Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today it's the 25th of July 2023. It's 3 minutes past 8 in the evening here in the United Kingdom. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator in a Boeing converted freighter. First ever time flying that in a live stream. But we've got a special stream today. We're in East Midlands Airport, Echo Golf River X-ray. We're doing two sectors from, or to Exeter and back. Really quick flights, 40 minutes each way. But it's all to highlight this amazing scenery that was just released a couple of days ago from a developer I'd actually not really heard of. I don't know how it's exactly pronounced. I've been looking at some videos online. I think it's Pyreegue. It's one of the most detailed sceneries I've ever seen. I have flown from East Midlands Airport in the past, so I'm quite familiar with the layout, and it looks absolutely spot on, or bob on, as Mike would say, my member who's the 787 pilot as well. But yeah, we're going to be doing two sectors, carrying some freight. I don't know what would carry from the Midlands, some cobs or something from Exeter. Have a look at this scenery in detail before we get anywhere near the aircraft as well. I'm not actually involved with Pyreegue scenery in any way previously. I purchased scenery this morning. I promoted it and they messaged me saying, wow, thank you very much for purchasing the scenery and supporting it. Would you like a copy to give away for one of your subscribers? I said, absolutely. So a lovely copy of this scenery is available after we get back from Exeter on the second sector. We'll run the giveaway as usual via Nightbot, where you can have a chance of winning this via your Contrail store account to enjoy it as well. So yes, here we are outside the front door. I'll just have a little look and see who we have in chat today before we're going to have a sort of 10 minutes just to look around this scenery. I don't know if anyone from here has flown from East Midlands. You'll be able to recognise a lot of features in a second. Who we got here in chat? Drishel and Mac 2, weather's nice in East Midlands too at the moment. Looking out the window, I'm looking at your comments prior to the stream. I think you're very familiar with the airport. You're local to the area as well. I'm sure you'll be very impressed with this scenery. Hope you're doing well. Flight Ross says, I'm from Exeter, shame about Flybe. I know this is old Flybe base, unfortunately. All of the demise there as well. Jack's downstairs at the moment. We're doing some hiding things with him, but I might pop up at some point today. PO57 Co says, Cobs to Exeter on to the heavens down there. Brilliant. Drishel said, West Atlantic fly the exact sectors out of East Midlands in the 400 all the time. I know. I've flown with an ex-West Atlantic pilot who's actually flown this route in the past. He actually messaged me today, said he might pop in and give me some banter at some point, so he might be looking at here, and he told me I'm doing it the wrong way round. I should have started next to it, he said. But brilliant. Taylor says, good afternoon, evening, all lovely day to go for a line along. What are we delivering? Cobs, as we said. Jonathan Wiltshire's here, Berlin Flight, Dono, Mocino and Edo, the two moderators who have on the channel. Hope you're doing well. Aviator Lucas says, hello, very excited for this stream. My friend is ground at East Midlands, may hop on later and fly. Excellent. It's really busy here at the moment. There's so many people online, not joining me going to Exeter, I've seen, but I don't know if there's an event going on, but there was something like 30 departures planned on SimBrief, which is absolutely crazy. Sorcerer Day, thank you very much for the 25 months as a member with an alpaca badge to your name. Functional revolving airport doors. Flight Sim is now peaked. Absolutely. Spinning a little quick though, but yes, that's just one of the many features that you're able to see here. Richard, who's a good friend of mine, also moderates the channel, says, oh no, stand 45, let's have a look at the Swissport, lads. We'll have a look there. Dave Broford, it's your home, but loads of people have their home airport here. Fox, it's your type rating here in East Midlands, I can believe it. Ragbus says, good afternoon, Captain everyone, really nice to be able to watch live. Hope you're doing well. John from Wiltshire, thank you very much. £2. He said, whoop, home turf. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you very much for your donation. Hi, and cool about time from East Midlands. Yeah, it's been absolutely ages. Look at that. Aircraft's just taken off on the VATSIM network as well. Look at it there. So, just to say thank you. Oh, I thought that had already gone through. But Jenny, thank you very much, Jonathan, for your £2. You can hear Microsoft Bill talk this through. Here we go.
Whoop, home turf. Smiley face. Smiley
Wonderful.
face, smiley face.
Thank you very much, Jonathan Wiltshire, for the £2. Thank you indeed. Right, shall we go through these revolving doors then? I'm using drone cam. I should have probably fired up FS Realistic for a more realistic walking sound, but never mind. So yes, for those of you familiar with East Midlands, this is sort of the front here. There's security over there. There's a large turbine on display. Very nice feature. Let's pop through the revolving doors. There we go. So we're in the Jet 2 Jet2 check-in area. So this is all Jet2 here, and you can see some offices down there. The detail in here is very, very good. I think over there is where the passengers go, and there's toilets there. Staff security, if I remember, is over here, and then you find your way outside. So just pop up into the tower. I've got a friend of mine that works up here actually, and he's got the scenery. He says it's absolutely phenomenal. But that's the view from EMA Tower. You can see a lot of aircraft on the VATSIM network, loads of Jet2s. These aren't static aircraft. I've turned those off. But lots of Jet2s. I think we've just lost a VATSIM. I might have lost you guys as well. I am having a few little internet hiccup issues at the moment. So if I've lost you guys, let me know here. I think it could be a VATSIM thing here, but no, actually I think we're all right. I'll reconnect to the VATSIM network. There we are. No, VATSIM disconnected from the networks. So there we go. Disconnected. Oh, that was a VATSIM issue. But I am still having a few little internet hiccups. So we'll have to hopefully have no issues later on. So we've got Prime Air over there. We've got a 747. We've got an aircraft taxiing out to runway 27. Looking left from the tower, you've got the cargo area. We're over there on the on our Lonesome by DHL. On the West Apron, which we'll have a look at later. Loud and clear, perfect. Taylor L, 4 months as a member. He says, hi, hello to you. Thank you very much for your membership as well. Anyway, let's zoom on out of the tower. Round here we go. So there's another aircraft taking off from Jet2. Here's the main apron. So what we're going to do is just have a look here as we go in front of the terminal. The terminal East Midlands isn't the prettiest. It's very old, needs updating, as you can see here. But if you look in here, the detail is phenomenal. You've got the escape lounge here. You've got people eating a sushi and steak as you would in the lounge, first class. They're deep in conversation about their Alpaca Airways cargo flight. We've got people walking around. The animations are incredible, but the detail in this terminal is phenomenal, and the people aren't static. They're actually making small head movements and moving around here as well. The detail is phenomenal. All the gates are correct. We've got Jesus flying as well tonight. You've got Frankie and Benny's here. Look, pork and pickle. You can grab your sausage roll from there. And I think that's sort of where the modelling stops. But they've even modelled upstairs. The Escape Lounge and Burger King's up here. So look at this. You've got Burger King, Castle Rock, tap room and kitchen. Absolutely crazy, the detail. You've even got a couple here eating pizza and tacos and burgers from Burger King, and another couple here as well. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal with the detail. But it doesn't finish there. That's just the terminal we're talking about. I mean, that's only that part of the terminal. I think the bridge over to the second part's also modelled, so you can get the tunnel across. Look. To the second boarding area. Go down the stairs. Look, even this area is all modelled. These are the stand 40s over here. So yeah, look, we've got a louder here. All internet. I have absolutely no idea why. It's only a Microsoft Flight Sim. When I stream Explain, it doesn't happen. But I think we're back now. But yeah, sorry about this, guys. It might happen a couple more times. Anyway, if we head away from the main terminal area, here is a hangar, I think owned by Rolls-Royce, so a lot of aircraft get repainted here. There's some maintenance hangars here. Isn't there some Rolls-Royce hangars? Yeah, is it the Rolls-Royce hangar here? All in detail. They keep a Spitfire and a Mustang here as well. I think you can visit this at some point. I think there's a museum here. But yeah, even DHL, which is where we're parked over, all on our Lonesome with Alpaca Cargo, you'll see that even the interior of this terminal, I think, is modelled as well, if you have a little look inside here. But look at that. All the detail here. They even got a little apron control here, I think, for DHL. That's modelled. It's amazing. Smart sofas there too. I think even on the laptop. What's on the laptop? Is he trying to connect to the VATSIM network or something? I don't know. But yeah, the details are phenomenal. You've got Donington Racetrack over there. That even has animated race cars going around it. There you go. You can see that in detail if you want to later as well. But it was just a quick overview just to show you some of the features if you were to purchase the scenery. You've got a chance of winning this, as I said, later on when we get back from Exeter. Anyway, should we do some flying? This is the first ever time we've flown a Boeing converted freighter on the channel. This is the 737-800 BCF, so it's the Boeing converted freighter variant. Works quite well with the PMDG. There's some additional features with the cargo fire system, obviously a large cargo door to the side. I had a bit of a bug earlier. Even though all the doors were closed, the aircraft was pressurising, under master caution I was still getting a doors annunciation. I've reloaded the sim from cold and dark with a different panel state, so I don't know if that might have fixed the issue, but we'll see what happens today. And as I said, it's 2 sectors to Exeter and back, live time, live weather, flight plan information you can get from Nightbot if you do so wish to join me, and we'll jump on into the cockpit now to get things started. Right, so let's get some electrical power on the aircraft. Battery on. GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on, landing gear lever, verify is down. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 green lights. We'll then check all the ship's livery and the aircraft documentation. Let's do the squibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can already see, look, the cargo fire system has an additional bay to arm a fire extinguisher to discharge it as well, with 3 lights to check the continuity of the circuit. But yeah, it's we'll do the test later for the cargo fire, but it does light up a little differently. Fire warning lights, bell and the bell and the engine overheat lights came on as well. Just to check that. Yes, they did. We'll cancel that. Overhead panel. We'll turn on the panel lighting because the sun will set very soon. And you can already see, look, I've got the air stairs extended. So what we're going to do here is... No, there's no EFB, joke, in this aircraft. N2, 32 months, thank you very much. Afternoon, boss. What happened to all the windows? All gone, all gone. We're going cargo freighting today. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for the support. Eddie Mambo, 17 months. Quite a late stream for an early morning, but I want to watch with a single eye and sleep with the other. Great series. I hope I win it. Hashtag rigged. Unbelievable, Eddie. Thank you very much for your support as a member. Scotty, thanks. Martin Leroy says, how much of these checks do you verbalise with the other pilot? This is all done sort of silently whilst pilot monitoring is doing the walk around, so I'm just verbalising it for your benefit so you can actually hear what I'm doing. It would be a bit boring if I was just sat here flicking switches without explaining exactly what I was doing. So we'll go to FS actions, fuel. No, we're going to do it properly actually, if I can remember how to. Ground services. So we're going to call for the fuel. If I grab the sim brief profile, I'll fetch the flight plan for the sector number 1. It's lovely weather en route today. If we weren't on VertSim, I'd be taking standard fuel just for 35 minutes. Like, we only need 4.2 tons. But we're going to take an extra 30 minutes just to see what's going on, because I think a number of people might be joining on. If there's any potential issues as well, delays, it'll cater for that. So we'll take 5, let's go 5.2 tons for the fuel. So 5.2. And you then have to request the fuel truck arriving. For the cargo, we're going to use the main pallet loader, so request that. We're going to take 15 tons of cobs to Exeter. And what other Midlands exports we could typically take to the south of the UK as well. Whatever it is, we're taking 15 tons of it. And if you look outside, you should be able to see the fueler reversing, and here comes the loader too. It's fortunately no animations at all. It just connects, and you can see, I think, some of the crates get loaded as well, but they're sort of just static images. We better actually open the door. So doors will open the forward entry door and open the main cargo door, which is... where is it? Cargo. Oh, it's opening automatically for me. Ah, there we go. So I just have to press start to get it to go. Pork pies, of course. Melton Mowbray pork pies. We'll say 7.5 tons of pork pies, 7.5 tons of cobs. Typewriter Kind, thank you very much for joining as a member. Glad you're enjoying the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Hope you enjoy using the custom emojis and chat. Thank you very much for the support. Excellent. So let's just go back into this here for a second. So ground services. The fuel is connected. So start fueling. So you can see it should be going in. There it is. And cargo connecting. It is a little slow and cumbersome this here, but as soon as it says connected, we'll start loading in a realistic timed manner. Connecting, still connecting. What could I do whilst that's still connecting? Well, test the attend button even though there's no cabin crew. Check the takeoff config warning horn. Flaps are up which match the indicated position. We can start loading, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. It just It counts up in kilos. Takes about 10 minutes to get 15,000 kilos on. Here's the cargo fire test then coming up. So you can see, look, we've got depressed discharge, 3 green lights, main, forward, and aft. So obviously the main cargo fire test is not on the standard passenger variant of the 800. Transponders 2000 standby, rudder and aileron trims 3 and 0, gear extension door. Verify is ooh, no, I don't want to pull that. Is closed. You know what? I better check the FMC to make sure that's not caused any failures or anything. Pulling that. Stall warning test, Mac airspeed warning test, flight recorders checked, IRS to nav. Oh, the camera system is a bit. Ugh. Flight directors are all in, and check the safety equipment, tech log, the aircraft's fully serviceable today. Also, look, there's an additional light here, main cargo door too, for that as well. Does the cargo variant have a belly hold? Yes, it has the standard cargo holds as well that you find on the passenger variant in the forward and aft there. So I don't know if they store anything or use those for cargo. I'd have to ask a Boeing converter freighter guy, but I'll find out for you if you're so interested. Is there a modelled cargo area? Yeah, but it's a bit crap. You can sort of... This is just very plain. You can sort of see it's all static images here. You know, it's a bit... It could do a bit of detail. You can walk through this wall, and it's just like that. Bit of a static image, nothing more than this. And then what happens during loading is these crates do fill up. They do fill up, which is better than nothing, but there's no animations of the loading. Yeah, the cabin's okay in the PMDG. It's satisfactory, but you can sort of see here when you compare it to sort of like the Phoenix and the other payware quality add-ons, you know, that's a bit... I am so sorry about this. Yeah, so I've had BT look at my internet. There's absolutely no faults. They've reset my hub, no issues whatsoever. I streamed an X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator the other day. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, it just seems to kill my internet whenever I use X-Plane, play on Xbox, watch Netflix, never have any problems whatsoever. So I don't know if it's something to do with download or uploading data or something. It's just hurting my internet. I do apologise. It just cuts out for 15 seconds, that's all, and then it comes straight back every time. But I've had no issues there. I really do, I'll have to do more digging, so I do apologise for this. So it's only when I'm... The thing is, though, what happens is in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's killing everything. It's killing my Wi-Fi, my wired connection, my phone loses internet, but it's for 15 or 30 seconds, comes back every time. So yeah, I do apologise. If it happens, just spam refresh until I'm back. And again, I'll just have to play and explain. Anyway, let's try and grab that ATIS now. I've reconnected, and let's get it.
Please ensure that you have wingtip clearance when manoeuvring on M south of A. Aircraft are not to use taxiway south without permission of tower. Acknowledge receipt of information Golf and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf.
Information was? Oh, it helps if I actually tune the right airport.
5 Yankee Whiskey Taxi, only point Alpha 1 runway
0 Zulu. Automatic. Runway in use 27 transition level 75 when 270 at 12. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 3,800. Temperature 2.6. QNH 1011. Please ensure that you have wingtip clearance when manoeuvring on M south of A. Aircraft are not to use taxiway south without permission of tower. Acknowledge receipt of information vault and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Information
advise
vault.
On initial contact. You have information. Golf.
I think she's saying golf. But she says use taxiway Sierra out permission of
East
tower.
Midlands Airport information golf at time 185.
Clearance when manoeuvring on Mike south of Alpha. Aircraft are not to use taxiway south without permission of tower. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Golf. We've got rules here. Are you Mr. Musk Starlink Internet? I'm not. Information false. Problem is you're using BT instead, yeah, probably. Right, QNH is set then 1011, MFRA, we'll just set 1350 for this stream. I didn't have time to get the OPT screenshotted, but we'll be using real performance data for departure. So, MFRA 1350 will do, and let's now load up the FMC. I'll just make sure traffic's selected on Jim's and mine, and Jim and mine's at D. Let's now go into the FMC. So return FMC. Right, latest Eric installed. You can see we're in the Boeing converted freighter. We're in East Midlands, which is Echo Golf November X-ray. GPS left, and we're routing to Exeter, which is Echo Golf Tango Echo. Have we been there on a live stream before? I'd have to check the map. Maybe we flew the Flybe-8 there once, but I don't think we've been in the 737 for sure. A cool sign is Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Massive thanks to, I think it was it Jamlin or Bounce who made this livery, one of my members. If you notice, the registration is G Boxes. I've gone with that with the cool sign. We've gone for Alpaca 12 Box. Departure runway 27 from the ATIS. It's a Daventry 3 November. From Daventry, let's just check that flight plan. Not much to it really. It's just direct to Letsey, which is one of the RNAV points into Exeter. There's no real airways going southwest to this point here, so just sort of looking on the Simbrief routing, you can sort of see that's the routing they take. If we get a different clearance from ATC, we'll confirm the routing. ILS 26 we can expect. There's no stars into Exeter, and we'll just join it up with the centre fix. We'll activate, execute. Right, so are we still loading the cargo? I think we are. So the estimated zero fuel weight is 54.6. So you can still see, if I double click this, look, you can still see it's loading. So if I press it again now, look, it's 50 tons. It will be 54.6 by the time it's finished. The reserves to divert to, where was our alternate? Bristol, 2.1 tons. Cost index, we use 30 at Alpaca Airways. We're cruising only at 24,000 feet on this first sector. The top of climb wind and average wind is pretty much the same. We'll just use the average wind, 317 at 31 knots. Usually use the top of climb wind. Transition altitude, we'll put 6001. And performance then, so I'm using real world OPT data for this. I've just punched in all the figures. For Whiskey intersection for runway 27, we can select 22k with a 47 degrees assumed temperature, and that's going to give us 86.7, and that says 86.8. It should be, with no AP bleed on, it should be less, but it should be that when we've got the bleed on. We'll confirm that later, and take off flap 5. CG will be 23.9, 5.2 units, which will sit here. Oh my goodness, I've just looked across the chat. Lots of things going on here. I think firstly, I've missed Yankee Fox, thanks for the 16 months as a member. Pork pies on the way out, and maybe pasties up from Cornwall on the way back. The least healthy alpacas were Airways flight to date. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. You've got a Yankee Fox. We'll load up 15 tons of Cornish pasties for the return sector. And Jonathan Wiltshire, a long-term and very generous member of the channel, has just come in with 5 gifted members. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for gifting 5 members to the channel. Welcome aboard to SK Son, Blade 929, James Young, Sven W, and Joshua Reap have all joined as members. Thank you very much for that, Jonathan. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you. And Blade 929, I think you've been a member before. Yes, I can see your emoji's gone golden already, so welcome back. Excellent, so we've done all that. Loading's done. V-speed should be 34, 34, 38. They all match within a knot. And we'll set V2 here, 139 knots. There we go. Or is it still loading? Yeah, it's within a knot of the OPT, so that's got to be good. Right, that's all fine up there. Yaw dampers on. Nav transfer display switches are normal auto. Fuel, no fuel in the centre tank. So we'll leave the pumps off. We'll check the crossfeed valve. Bright, dim, bright, and off. Looking all good up there. AC/DC metering panel set. All the usual lights are on. Window heats we can turn on at this stage. Probe heats off. Just the forward entry and air stairs on as well. So it looks like the Oh, I think the warning light's down on the forward-facing panel, isn't it? Voice recorders on, Pax Auto, they are. We'll start the APU now as well. Position and strobes to steady. Flight directors can come on. That's all set for our clearance, which I did prior to the stream. Expecting 9-0 for departure. Auto brake to RTO. Reset fuel flow. Legs for Jim. Takeoff for me, and stab trim set, and the radio tuning panels all set as well for departure. Turn up the panel lighting, looking good. Pastor Escobar, thank you very much for your continued support. Pastor Escobar is a long-term member on the channel. He's going to be flying for a 737 Boeing on a 737 converted freighter as well in the future. So best of luck with you in your future. Let me know. Gamer yes, 737NG driver did some videos on X-Plane 12 and Zebra. I know, I commented on his first video. About time. He's been sort of always using Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I was very pleased to see he flew the Zebra mod, and I think he was quite impressed with it, which is good. I think he has to be quite careful what he says. I know he's sort of in line with PMDG and has helped them in the past, but yes, he will be, I'm sure, flying it again and be more and more impressed, so be sure to check out some of his videos. What was the comment I just saw? Jonathan Wiltshire, what is the subscriber count these days? You know what, I can get the exact figure. We've just recently surpassed 89,000. The exact amount to this second is 89,093. So we might get to 89,100 by the end of the stream. We'll see. Excellent. Right, we've done all that. Right, let's get the clearance. So we've got ground online. We'll tune them up, check the radios are all working, and get our clearance to Exeter. See if we can hear anyone first. I hope we don't have any internet cutting out now. What happens at 90k? Stratocaster will do a charity stream every 10,000 subscribers since 50,000. We do a charity stream. So not long to go. I'll start planning that soon. Thank you very much, Kanopi, for the €6, buddy.
My new motorbike is part of the freight in your aircraft. I hope it's tied down safely. Please be careful at takeoff so I can enjoy it later, Captain. Smiley face.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully I won't land it too hard in Exeter. Otherwise, it will definitely be a oops. Yes, absolutely. We'll take good care of your motorbike. It's wedged in between pucker pies and cobs. It's quite safe. We're using some of the alternate or other freight to ensure that your motorbike arrives in one piece. Thank you, Konoki, for your €6 donation. Very, very generous. We'll see, Speedbird. We'll see. Koyo Rogue, happy birthday for tomorrow. Thank you very much for popping in. Hope you have a great day. Right, let's grab the clearance here. I've just made sure we've got the right frequency. No, I don't.
75, taxi, holding point Alpha 1, runway 27, via Quebec and Alpha.
Taxi, holding point Alpha 1 to runway 27 by Quebec and Alpha, taxi, 75.
Perfect. East Midlands ground, good evening, it's Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray on the Western Apron, stand 123. Information Golf 1011, departure clearance to Exeter, please.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, East Midlands ground, hello. You're clear to Exeter, Daventry Tree November departure. After Daventry, it'll be Mike 605, Silver, Quebec 41, Southampton, Lima 620, Gibso, then there's file squawk 1075, information Golf current QNH 1011. I'll send the reroute in the chat as well.
Thanks for that. So Daventry 3 November, Mike 605 Silver, Quebec 41 Sam, Lima 620 Dibso, squawk 1075, and QNH 1011, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, reback correct, thank you. Break.
So it's
Eurotrans 288.
is he just burp? Complete rerouting. That's awful. Now, if this happens in real life, you'd get a new flight plan, and you would then have to confirm you have sufficient fuel for that sector. Now, this is the default SimBrief generated flight plan, which I don't think is the most realistic. I've looked actually out of curiosity on routings from sort of East Midlands to Exeter. Now, whether they actually get this flight plan and then get a significant shortcut before Daventry, they'll go from there. So we'll now update this here. Oh, is it a she? It's a she. Oh, I apologise. I apologise for that rerouting. Or if it's for a lady. So let me put this all in here. So Daventry, Mike 605 Silver. That's the normal routing, sort of southbound. And actually, PMDG deals well with this, with rerouting. The Zebo mod usually breaks completely when you have to start doing this, whereas the real aircraft, it's sort of working. This is perfect, so that's really nice to see. So Sam, we've got an extra 1,200 kilos, so that should be sufficient for our sector. Dipso. Uh-oh. Is it Dipso? Oh, Gibso. I hope you're enjoying the hotel foyer music, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. So that didn't take too long to insert. We'll just quickly step through this. So this one is going to be a lot less direct, taking us all the way to the south, and then we'll go along the coast. So it's quite a picturesque routing, I suppose. There we are. So we've joined it all up. And we're still going to land with 3.7 tons, so absolutely fine. Do you have to call ops in that case? Usually flight planning, Taylor L. We actually have a department for flight planning, and typically you'd need more fuel, especially if you took standard fuel and you have a longer routing. So it very rarely happens, but I have had it happen and I've had to refuel. Anyway, that's all done now. Rerouting's in, performance done. We've got our clearance. Daventry 3 November's 90. Squawk was 1075. 1075. Perfect. So let's just brief the taxi and the SID, and then we'll be ready to go. Not doing too bad, seeing I did a full scenery preview. So APU's on the bus. Let's get all these doors closed now. So we've got to go to menu, FS actions, ground services. We can release the ground power, return. Or is it ground services still? No, it's still under ground services. Release the fuel truck. And release the pallet loader. Close the doors. Doors close and retract the air stairs. Is that doing it all? There we go. So it should be doing it all. And you can see, look, it has loaded these static. What do they call them? Crates. Large boarding crates here. Oh yeah, I just need to close that large door, don't we? Cargo main, it is closed. There we go. So I think we're all good, and then just need to remove the chocks. I can't wait until they get this EFB, because it is a little bit cumbersome having to go into the FMC, find all these switches to move everything, and then go back into the regular FMC. ULDs, what does that stand for? Richard, who's a colleague of mine, he's worked as a dispatcher. He's now a senior first officer. Units load devices. Thank you, Richard. He was also worked for Swissport and DHL, so he knows every element here. Edo, are we flying to Cuba? Said Nordo Mosin, absolutely not. Razin Zaki, thanks you 1 month as a member, buddy. Pretty ironic for me. It's a cargo ops whilst I study for my Massabalix exam. Oh, fine. Well, the cops and pasties and Canopy's motorbike are well placed to ensure everything's within balance. Oops, just accidentally turned on the Toby eye tracker. Right, have I forgotten anything? I don't think I have. Let's turn up the panel lighting. The lighting in here is wonderful. Let's just have a little brief of the departure routing and taxi routing. Oops, I just realised I haven't got Navigraph up and running here. Just get that fired up here, guys. Import flights from SimBrief. That's the one. Perfect. So, that's no longer our routing. We're going all the way south via Southampton, and these are the airways. Basically, she's put me on the clearance there, routing via Southampton and then along there, which is the correct routing, I suppose, with following airways. But if we're lucky, we'll get a direct. Our taxi then, we're on the west apron. Push back here to face north. We're going to taxi out via Juliet Alpha, past the main apron, and we can depart via the Whiskey intersection. I've done performance via Whiskey, and the departure is a Daventry 3 November, which is here on 10-3, climbing straight ahead 1 mile from the ILS, which is active 10935. It's a left turn 223, and we're going to stay on that track until 6.5 DME and start our turn. 7 miles between 3,000 feet and flight level 90. Something the PMDG hasn't been able to do is sort of show you both clearances. Oh no, on departure, does it do it in the real thing? No, I think it only shows the stop levels, so that's fine. And then 31 miles, 90, 5,500. That's the next page. Oh no, it's the Whiskey Point. That's at 90, and then it's 23 miles from Daventry. We've also got to be at 90. So it looks like, has it got all the points here? 5,500. Yes, it does. That's the 23 miles from Daventry. The FMC layout and the charts are different to what I'm used to, so it looks a bit different. Anyway, MSA, no issues to the northeast, and that's pretty much just it. It's all backed up raw data. Right, APU bleed will pop on, and we are ready for push and start. So I'll get the pushback connected. So pre-plan. Something like that. Something like that. There we go. And request pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Oh, it's working, the voice today.
This is ground. Stand by.
Wonderful. Now, I'm just going to see now. If you look here, all the door lights are extinguished. That door's extinguished. It's going to do it again. Oh, yeah, so I've got a lot of warnings here. Overhead as well. Flight recorder. That's just the usual stuff. But I've got a doors master caution still. And I don't know what's causing it. I had it on all the test sectors as well. So he is connecting. Got a UPS there as well.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Please set parking brakes.
That might actually be off because I had the chop
Alpine
set.
423 ready for
Parking
taxi.
brake set.
The parking
Alpine
brakes are set.
423,
You may
perfect
lift.
timing, taxi straight ahead on
Parking brake
Delta
set.
for now.
Lifting the aircraft.
Stratocast, it's got a DC-10 door.
Straight ahead on Delta.
Is that genuinely true? Porcupine lodged in the
We're
hinge.
clear.
1 Charlie, after the Alpine A320 on your right is passed, taxi stand
Please release
70.
parking brake.
Perfect, so not quite ready to release parking brake. We'll get our clearance. Ground Alpaca 12 Bravo X-Ray. We've updated the routing and standard 123 request push and start.
2 stations at once, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray stand 123, push and start approved, face north.
Push start approved, face north. Thank you, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-Ray. So push
Station calling
start,
for clearance, passing message.
packs
Please
off,
release parking brake.
add vision lights on. Parking brake is set for now, transponder out off. Releasing parking brake.
2163.
Cheers, listening, thank you.
Stand 4, push and start approved, face north.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engine.
It will start in the sequence.
Going
Perfect.
2610, how long till you can taxi?
We'll run away.
1 to 2 minutes, Skyway.
Not bad, 40 minutes with a full scenery preview. Oh, look at this. Honestly, we're going to have such a beautiful flight with the sun setting today.
For now, to make it faster for you, just hold a couple more minutes.
No problem, stop on stand, Sonic 2 if you go.
Cargo apron's filling up. So yeah, if you want to do passenger flights, you've got plenty of options here. There's a large base here for TUI, Jet2, Ryanair. You've got cargo operations. This is the second busiest cargo airport in the UK behind Heathrow. Bigger than Gatwick, bigger than Birmingham. It's huge, huge cargo operation here. Huge cargo operation. It's called the Alpaca Cargo Livery. Perfect. Right, starting engine number 2.
Neptune 7 Delta, stand 79, hold position for now for aircraft passing behind.
So this is the Echo Delta Delta Papa. Is that Leipzig of the UK? Yes.
Correct, 76 after
And
2
two.
Chanex Boeing 737-800
Lower
has
pressure.
passed left to right.
N1,
taxi on
25%
point Alpha
and
1
two.
runway 27 by Alpha.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking
Spar
brake.
valve checked. Parking brake is now set.
Parking brake set.
Alpine
Parking
423,
brake set.
taxi on
Lowering
point Alpha 1
aircraft.
by Alpha.
Can I take the 747-800 here? Yes, 747s
Alpha 1
operate
by
from
Alpha,
here.
Alpine.
The Russian jets,
Okay, sir.
I think about,
Cleared
was
to
it 10
detect.
years ago, they had
Pin has
the
been removed. See you
now
outside.
destroyed
Have a good flight.
Holding position
225
waiting for the visual.
came into here.
Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye. Very generic. Starting out, watching 2, 2, 4, 6, 3. 2 stable, starting engine number 1. I have to say, the scenery seems to be working very well. They do have Pyreegue, can't pronounce this developer. Pyreegue has an optimised version, which, for obviously all the detailed ones here, but they do have like a one for lower performance as well, which I think just removes sort of the interior detail. Oh yes, extra scenery. We got some freeware scenery by a developer called Super Spud, completely free to download. Looks really nice. Pyreegue. Thanks, don't ever seen it. I believe a Ukrainian developer, and when I say the dev team, I think it's one person who's made this scenery, which makes it quite incredible, really. That's no moon.
Ground Skyway 2610 ready for taxi.
2610, thank you, taxi.
So start account monitoring engine number 1, 2, 4, 6, 3. 1 stable, right, let's do it before taxi flow.
Taxi Charlie Romeo Alpha hold short uniform, Skyway 2610.
Senex Tree Whiskey Golf, sorry for the long delay. After the Skyway Boeing 737-800 is taxi behind
So
left.
looking good.
Correction, right
Flaps
left.
2,
16,
5.
No problem, we'll push stop.
Oh, hold on, your cam's a little broken. Let me just fix that here. It's looking it's looking at my midriff. Let's alter the height there slightly. It's always why I should check prior to a stream. There we go, that'll do. Full back, left and right, checking the rudders, full left and full right. There we go. So recall, master caution, doors, and there is no yellow master caution annunciation for the lights. The main cargo door is closed. The aircraft pressurizes. I don't know what's causing it. I think it's just a PMDG-ism with the BCF, but I can't actually find any door open at all. I had that on the test sector as well. Excellent. Pablos, behave yourself. Have you not heard my second channel? Joking. I mean, Airline Pilot Plays, of course. Sorry, someone's blocking the frequency. Is this a cargo thing or a model part of the PMDG package? It's part of the PMDG package. If you buy the 800, you get, it's quite good, the Boeing converted freighter. You get another converted freighter from another company that does the NG conversion and the PBJ. From my experience, it goes away when taking off. Ah, okay. Right, let's see if that frequency is still blocked. Yeah, it's still blocked. I don't know if something's going on there or messing around, but we'll give it another couple of minutes. I'll answer some questions here in chat. We did take additional fuel, so we can sit here for a short while. Alimish, how on earth do you wear jeans indoors? Well, don't forget, in the UK right now, it's considerably cooler than the rest of the planet. It's about 15, 16 degrees and 10 at night, so yeah, it was very hot in June, but our July has been a little cooler here in the UK. The BDSF is the Bedic Special Freighter. Thanks, Lauren. And that's a third-party company doing this, I believe. I've did a little bit of research on it earlier. Sam, we're about the only place I know.
Holding point Alpha 1 via
Yeah,
Alpha,
awful
Skyway
what's going on in
2610.
Greece as well.
Neptune 7 Delta, sorry for the delay. Stand 79, push and start through face east.
I did see about the Greek fire plane. Awful. The Alpaca 1-2 Bravo X-ray, request taxi.
Alpaca 1-2 Bravo X-ray, taxi, Juliet Alpha, hold short mic.
Juliet Alpha, hold short mic, Alpaca 1-2 Bravo X-ray. So, let's have a little look here on our taxi routing. So, we can taxi Juliet Alpha, and then Mike's here, so we're going to hold short of the Mike taxiway. There's a little intersection there, we'll hold short off. So, turn off and taxi lights on, release parking brake.
124.0.
Now, why is that not working? There we go. And do a quick config check. And because it's PMDG, it spools up like an F1 car on the accelerator. There we go, it's on the way. Now, the taxiing in this thing is still atrocious. There was an update a few days ago. What I've found is you can actually get full tiller on the PMDG so long as you don't put full rudder in. If you put full rudder in, it turns awfully, but if you put just less than full rudder, you'll get full turning capability. Oh, guys, I've just lost the internet again. I think... Oh no, I think we're alright,
Roger that, well.
Hello, back again. Yeah, I do it, Sven. I am sorry. It's outside my control. I've done everything I can to sort of fix it. And then hopefully in the future we'll be able to rectify that. If it happens, just press refresh. So we're coming up to Mike, and we'll hold short of that.
Mike.
Golf Sierra X-ray, taxi on the point, whiskey 1 via Alpha.
So holding short of Mike, which is the taxiway ahead of us.
1 via Alpha,
Perfect. Yeah, unfortunately brakes are still all or nothing.
Oh shit.
Oh, we'll hold it there. I think someone's messing around on frequency here as well, guys. So again, usual rubbish on VATSIM. Apologies for that.
Alpha, thank you. Just stay like that. Whatever you've done, keep it like that.
Right, we've got a little Cessna taxiing out here.
Golf Sierra X-ray 122, start your taxi, please. Thank you.
Look how busy it is. There's 3 aircraft down there.
Contact 551,
So busy.
Contact 551.
Contact 551, hello, taxi Alpha, hold short, uniform.
Taxi Alpha, hold short, uniform, contract 551.
He's moving, yeah, he's going for it.
And contact 551, expect stand 81.
Normal expect stand 81, 551.
Alpaca 12, Bravo X-ray, taxi Alpha, hold short, uniform.
Alpha, hold short, uniform, Alpaca 12, Bravo X-ray. So we're going to carry on towards Alpha and hold uniform, where I have absolutely no idea where that is. Mike, November, Quebec, Romeo, Tango, uniform. Perfect. It's all the way up there on the cargo apron. Right.
Taxied in front, left to right, taxi only point Alpha,
Off we go.
27 by Alpha.
Alpha 1 via Alpha, runway 27, behind the traffic.
Massive rush hour at East Midlands. Yeah, I mean, this is cargo operations is a peak at night at airports like this, so it would be, I mean, if you were to look on Flight Radar now, you'd see how busy it is.
Alpha, hold short, Mike.
Oh, well, keeping a close eye out on that, ladies and gentlemen.
Alpha, hold short, Mike.
Golf Sierra X-ray 122, contact tower 124.0, bye-bye.
Caution weight turbines from that Cessna, absolutely. Oh, I've just been over a speed bump.
Easy 32 Delta Papa, radio check.
Easy 32 Delta Papa, East Midlands ground, hello, readability 5.
Easy 32 Delta Papa, stand 12, information golf. Aircraft type is an Airbus 320. Request IFR clearance as filed to Manchester.
That's a short flight.
Easy 32 Delta Papa, you're clear to Manchester, Trent 2 November departure 41462, information hotel currency on H1011.
Clear to Manchester on a 10
Yes,
to November departure.
You can see the detail of this scenery anyway. That's the main passenger terminal which we passed.
And information is hotel present. EC32
It's fantastic.
EC32 Delta Papa, correct brake, contract 551.
So we've got easy jet on the runway. Is that the Cessna? He's zipped all the way up there. It's a little light aircraft. Ryanair 737. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for departure.
1, 2, Bravo X-ray taxi only point Alpha 1 runway 27 by Alpha.
Alpha 1 runway 27 by Alpha, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Oh, no intersection. Excuse me, no intersection departure for us. Ah, look, there it is, West Atlantic, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you can see it already on the logo, West Atlantic had the first ever 800 variant converted freighter, and they have a livery to celebrate that. Yeah, the first 800 Boeing converted freighter.
Ground Channex.
Very cool.
763 Alpha, my apologies. Happened earlier, radio check.
763 Alpha, readability 5, thank you. It's okay.
Mr. Polwart says, hello Captain, long time viewer, first time subscriber. Welcome aboard, buddy. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Oh look, I forgot the West Atlantic, he only just landed, so yes, that pushes up the order. Right, let's do the before takeoff checklist. So config we checked, flaps we have 5-5, and make sure it has actually 5 here. So 5-5 green light, Statram 5.2 units.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, contact tower 124.0, bye bye.
124.0, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Thanks to the 18 man, bye.
No problem. Run at tree 8.
Perfect, over to tower. So Pax Auto bleeds are on. V-speed set 35, 36, 39 on the MCP. This should be blanked. The departure is the Daventry 3 November. We'll fly straight ahead to 1 mile and then left turn 223 and then another left turn inbound to Daventry. Stop climb flight level 90. It's NADP 1. East Midlands Airport, so it'll accelerate till 3,300 feet, then bug up. And any problems will climb straight ahead to the MSA 3,000 feet, it's the highest around here.
Roger, I've got your clearance when you're ready for
There's a little Cessna at Whiskey, look. So what was that little light aircraft? Not so sure. Well, what's he in? Doesn't come up with anything. Welcome aboard, Gary Strength as a member. Glad you joined the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. Thank you very much for support. Welcome aboard, Deco Boy. Hope you're doing well.
On East Midlands Walk 1011.
It's so busy here. It's great.
Pitch Cook. It's going to be 7010.
EasyJet East Midlands, I wish. Yeah, I thought EasyJet flew into East Midlands.
Right,
I don't think they've got a base here. Peter, I fly most in Europe. What do you advise? Iveo or VATSIM? I've only ever used VATSIM. I don't think Iveo has quite a few users as well, but I think VATSIM maybe is a little bigger.
Right, 1638, contact London 121.025.
London 121.025, Rhino, okay, thank you, good evening.
So there's the whole point if it's LVPs, Cat 2, Cat 3.
X-ray 122, line up runway 27. Done.
Hello again. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I am really, really sorry. It is only when using Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's got to be to do something with the data. I have no issues in any other simulators. It's just choking up my internet. Something is. I've actually turned off Wi-Fi on any devices not using internet. The only exception is I think it's downstairs. My partner might be watching Netflix, but that's never been an issue in the past. Never has been an issue in the past. The people using things like that. It's nothing to do with Microsoft Flight Sim servers. It is an issue my side because all of my devices get disconnected, I'm afraid. Ali Mish, yeah, that's all been done. BT were here last week. They flushed the DNS, changed the DNS. It could be my hub on the way out, maybe. I think that's the only other thing, but I could look into getting a new hub.
Skyway 3610, windy, 280 degrees, 10 knots.
FS data set to metered, I don't think so.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, Skyway 2610.
Yeah, it is wide connection, Feral Demon. It is via a
runway 18 behind the bottom traffic,
power line, but it is wired.
Hello, Neptune 7 Delta approaching Alpha 1, fully ready.
Neptune 7 Delta, roger.
Route is probably 3 years old. But it's very strange because it's literally that the hub light stays blue the whole time. It doesn't disconnect. It's just, and it's for 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds. Awful, really. No, I don't have solar panels. I'm renting a house. Microsoft's stealing my data. I better check it. Hello, it's Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, holding Alpha 1 runway 27, ready for departure in sequence.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, hello there, roger.
Perfect. Parking brake set. So all I can do, guys, is apologise. I did the members group flight stream on Sunday, and I had 0 disconnects. I did the stream in the A2A simulations, had I think 1 disconnect that whole sector, but it's only ever happened in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Clear takeoff 27 Alex to Whiskey Golf.
Skyways 261.
Fingers crossed.
0.
Nothing
Contact
during a critical
London,
phase.
121.025.
It's a side next stream.
Skyway 2610, contact London 121.025.
121.025, Skyway 2610. Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, was that someone just landing? Oh, I think that's pretty cool. That was just the aircraft crossing in front of the setting sun. Saw his shadow flickering.
Golf Sierra X-ray 122, report final runway 22, your number 1.
There's a little someone in the
Report final runway surface peak.
someone in the pattern.
Runway 27, your number 1.
Runway 27 number 1.
Ali Bish, have you changed?
Yeah,
Yes, sorry, I keep seeing your comment. Have you changed the ground steering settings in the FMC? I'll have a look. Taylor out, maybe next stream without VATSIM. I don't think it's a VATSIM thing. I think it's Microsoft Flight Sim that's triggering these sort of little anything that seems to stall my internet. But it's only just started. I've never had any issues in the past.
Run off runway 27, Neptune 7 Delta.
Neptune, yes, that is what
Channel
it's
3
called.
Whiskey Golf, contact London 121.025.
Contact London 121.205, Channel 3 Whiskey Golf.
025.
025, my bad, Channel 3 Whiskey Golf.
Neptune 7 Delta, runway 27, wind 280 degrees, 10 knots, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 27, Neptune 7 Delta.
Gulf X-ray 122 on
King,
final runway.
be careful of your
27,
motorbike
Delta.
there, Kabuki, if you're
Golf
still here.
Sierra X-ray 122,
There's 2 aircraft in the circuit.
Turn north again, just bear with me 1 second, come back round.
Roger.
Yep.
No new appliances, nothing at all. There's nothing I can think of that's changed with my setup or devices since these little internet hiccups started. It started about 3 or 4 streams ago, only in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've had what? An hour. We've been streaming for an hour. We've had about 5, 6.
Yeah, Golf Sierra X-ray 122, there's traffic 6 miles on the ILS, reporting sign.
Oh, look at all this traffic! Wow. This is
Alpaca
traffic.
12 Bravo X-ray, line up runway 27.
Line up weight 27, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. I didn't expect that.
Traffic in sight, ILS 6 mile final, Gulf X-ray 122.
It's in the 6 mile
Golf Sierra
final.
X-ray 122, you'll be coming in behind that one, extended downwind by
It's
that
all
much.
done.
Roger.
So MCP is now set. Transponder, TAR rate, strobe lights are on, waiting for our takeoff clearance. So yes, if I go
Neptune 18 Delta,
full left, that's full left on the tiller, nothing happens. But if I do only a
121.025.
little bit left, it turns sharply.
121.025.
So the key thing here is only to turn a little bit. Oh, just, God.
Sir Tower, good evening.
Do not like taxi in this sim.
Blue Max 2 Whiskey Bravo, traffic information, 1 light aircraft, north side of the
Right, just wait for our takeoff clearance.
downwind, reporting time.
Aircraft in sight, Blue Max 2 Whiskey Bravo.
Blue Max 2 Whiskey Bravo.
Yeah, I know,
continue
it's so
approach,
odd it only
runway
happens in
27,
Microsoft
one
Flight
departure.
Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator
Continue
just
approach on
it's
departure ahead, Blue Max 2 Whiskey Bravo.
it's doing something to my
Alpaca
sim.
12 Bravo X-ray, wind 280 degrees, 7 knots, runway 27, clear takeoff.
Right, 27 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Right, in real life, these engines would still be spooling up, still be spooling up, still be spooling up. It takes about 8 seconds. In this thing, it takes half a second. Anyway, stabilised, said takeoff thrust. We're looking for 85.9, 86.9, sorry, take off fresh set,
Blue
indications
Max 2
normal.
Whiskey Bravo, behind you departing cargo aircraft. Runway
Checked.
27, wind 280 degrees, 7 knots,
Leads
clear
forward
to land.
pressure.
Clear to land behind departing aircraft, Blue Max 2 Whiskey Bravo.
Yeah, it's still the same PMDG on takeoff, just right rudder, wee, left rudder, wee, it's just very blocky.
Zap 7 Papa Alpha, behind the landing Ryanair aircraft, line up runway
No
27
deadband
behind.
either, deadband's gone, noticed that
Behind the
earlier.
Ryanair, line up.
Was ready to climb, gears up.
97, Zap 7 Papa
Once you get
Alpha.
on the flight directors, it's fine. Well, I think our takeoff was, it's all with me still there, guys, I hope. Good. LNAV. It's pitching, wants to pitch up at 25 degrees, a little bit excessive. That's better.
Golf Sierra X-ray 122, you can turn base leg now.
So
Turn
waiting
back
for the
now,
alpha point for a
go
left
for
turn. There's the left turn. Perfect. Head 1 at 1500 feet R8. So that's the speed trim system.
Tower
kicking in.
EC32 Delta Papa, taxiing down Alpha for holding point Alpha 1. Roger. Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, contact London 121.025.
121.025, thanks to ATC, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Good evening. Right, bug up. Set standards. Passing 3.5 for flight level 90.
Zero, Sonic 2 Golf.
That one.
Skyward 2610, contact London Control 129.
Look at this beautiful evening. It's flying quite nicely. Now we're able to take off.
Contact
Was a bit,
control on
yeah.
129.425,
like it.
Skyways 2610. Thank you,
It
nice.
flaps up. But general handling's okay. London, good evening. Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Daventry 3 November, passing 42, flight level 90.
Contract, sorry, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, climb flight level 110.
Climb flight level 110, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. So 110. Set, flaps up, no lights, VNAV.
Neptune 7 Delta, climb flight level
Command
130.
And passing
Flight
48,
level
flight level
130,
110 after takeoff checklist. Gears off.
On the
forward
control, good
wings
evening,
off.
EC406 Delta,
Start
flight level
switches off.
190, heading 340.
Retracts come off.
D406 Delta, London Control, climb flight level 210.
There we are. Air conditioning and pressurisation. So you can see it's pressurising fine.
D406 Delta,
2.0,
direct
even though
past
the door's
Bravo,
open.
Papa Kilo.
Redway Department Park, EC4.
And that's all set. There's no crew. There we
Channel
are.
X3 Whiskey
After
Golf,
takeoff
confirm
checklist
right,
complete.
heading 180 degrees.
Mile 130 degrees, 180 degrees, Sonic 2 Whiskey Golf. Sonic, good evening, EC431, descending flight level 90,
DD431 flight, descend flight level 120.
Beautiful. There's East Midlands there, we'll be back. And we'll be landing in about half an hour. Fantastic. Doesn't it look great, this? Oh, I've got internet issues, I've got TCAS RAs going on. Oh dear, dear. I am so sorry. I am so sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Max 494.
There's only one way to describe this. Oh dear. TAs at least, that wasn't an RA. Right, approaching 1 to go, vertical speed.
Ryanair 1638, monitor Unicom 122.18.
Bit aggressive there, changing vertical speeds. Yeah, that's a little bit too aggressive.
EV 431, descent flight level
289 knots, we
100.
can accelerate to now.
EV 46 X-ray Charlie, correction X-ray Quebec, London, runway 33.
Passing 102, 110, pre-cruise checks.
1022.
Fuel.
This 126
Full pumps, lights.
1022,
Logos off. AP's off. Pressurisation 4.0 set. Recall. We're still going to have this doors. Look. Master caution doors. Fully pressurised. No other master cautions there. Just quick.
Neptune 7 Delta, climb flight level 190.
Flight level 190, Neptune 7
Can X-ray with Golf in the 3 there.
There we are, level at 110, our cleared level. Traffic below us over there. Fails and
Alpaca
things.
12 Bravo Charlie, correction Bravo X-ray, climb flight level 190.
Climb level 190, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. 190,
Good evening,
VNAV.
that's Papa Alpha's, the Daventry 3 November, passing 5,000.
That's 7 Papa Alpha, London Control, climb flight level 16, correction 130.
Sick, looks so good.
Climb flight level 130, that's Papa Alpha.
London, good evening, EG42 Tango Yankee heading 040, flight level 190.
T7 Drive says your ISP is probably temporarily disconnecting you when you're downloading too much from the Azure servers. So, and when you say disconnecting T7 Driver, like my entire internet?
London, good evening, Tom Jet 9 Mike Charlie.
Michael Tizzard, no, everything disconnects. VATSIM, Microsoft Flight Simulator, my other devices, all my devices, my laptop, my phone, my iPad, everything that's connected to my Wi-Fi, my internet in its entirety goes down for 10 to 15 seconds and then comes straight back again. Periodically when using Microsoft Flight Simulator, not when using anything else. I've streamed X-Plane 12 twice since I've had these dropouts, and that has never dropped out once. So it's something that I think Microsoft Flight Simulator does, which is causing my internet to just go off the scale. I don't know. I can only apologise. It's frustrating for me. It must be even more frustrating for you watching.
Tom Jet 9 Mike Charlie, turn left at 340 degrees.
340, 9 Mike Charlie.
EV 431, descend flight level 8 civil.
Nothing to do with the hub. The hub was checked out on
Neptune 7 Delta,
the other day. They said it was
22
absolutely fine. It just could do with being reset, he said.
That's 7 Papa X-ray, correction Papa Alpha, turn left at 105.
Have you checked for a Chinese balloon?
That's 7 Papa Alpha, turn left at 105.
Beautiful scenery, we're on the way.
105, 7 Papa Alpha.
Contract 1 Charlie Bravo, left at 320 degrees, speed 250 knots.
Left 320.
We wanted to do this direct straight line, but we're almost at Daventry.
250 knots.
And we're going to be flying direct overhead Banbury.
That's 7 Papa Alpha, climb flight level 190.
Fairford. I have Fairford.
Flight level 190, that's Papa Alpha.
Easy 678,
Oh, I don't know,
flight level
this part of the world. I know Swindon,
speed
sorry.
250 knots.
This is further south, isn't it? There it is, for the E northeast. Bristol.
Max 494 Zulu, turn right
Right
at
on the south coast.
350
Oops, not
degrees.
watching what's going on. What's
Climb
going?
level 160.
Vertical speeds. As soon as we get to our cruise level, we'll start setting up. Oops, out of wire.
Vampire Rhino 500 X-ray, view level 175 right. Rhino 500 Juliet X-ray, climb flight level 120. Flight level 120, Rhino 500.
Yeah, Fairford was last weekend. Was it a bit of a washout on the first day? Was it Friday or Saturday there was a reduced display? I think Goodwood got cancelled on the first day as well.
London 129.425.
Yeah, 190 reached. Slightly longer flight time now actually because of this longer routing.
46 X-ray Quebec, left at 150 degrees, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Setting 150 degrees and altitude 4,000 feet, 1012.
Daventry active.
Tom Jet 9 Mike Charlie, left hand turn at 330 degrees.
Overhead the Daventry VOR. Right turn now to Fidmer.
That's 7 Papa Alpha, turn left at 100.
Will, there'll be a bunch of people in Discord that will recommend you networking gear. Looks like I'm getting a new hub then.
Sorry, I pushed the door, just left 100.
Cheers, Mr. Palmer.
Contract 12 Bravo X-ray, correction Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, climb for level 220.
Climb for level 220 Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Whoa, 220 check V now, cruising at 24 is almost there.
065. Contract 1 Charlie Bravo, fly heading 360 degrees.
Stunning.
EV46 X-ray Quebec.
That's Northampton down there.
Turn left at 065, EV46 X-ray Quebec.
EV431, fly heading 180 degrees.
You can limit bandwidth in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That would probably help.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, contact London 129.425.
129.425, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Thanks to ATC, sir. Bye bye.
Max 4940, climb flight level 19.
Yeah, okay, I'll look at that. Maybe if I lower the bandwidth and if that fixes the issue, then maybe that could...
Contract 1 Charlie Bravo report.
It is unusual, but it only happens. I've only ever had it happen streaming in Microsoft Flight Simulator, not in X-Plane. And I've been quite busy the last week, sort of outside the channel, but when I've been watching Netflix, literally no issues. If I play on Xbox with my friends as well.
Flight 370 through the 478.
Shamrock 2 Yankee Romeo, climb flight 200.
I might borrow some of you guys' time in chat when we get to Exeter. We'll have a look at the menu, see if there's anything I can change. London, good evening. Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, just leveling 220 inbound Silver. Request flight level 240.
Okay, 2 station 1 to 2E, you can continue on Unicom and the Alpaca 1 Bravo X-ray, hello to climb level 240.
Thank you, climb level 240, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. 240 checked. Out to vent, set. Overhead panel, MCP, and the FMC. Why, thank you very much, Philippe, for the $45.
Hi FD2S.
Hello.
Did you see anything about Beyond ATC, which uses the AI to create perfect voices? Their last video amazes me with the luxury that their software has. For me, I will never use that sim or Riva, oh no more.
Well, thank you, Philippe, for your donation. I have seen this come up. This is a new partnership with Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is going to replace the shoddy default ATC for now. I have heard of this. So
level 190, heading
vertical speed. Whether this will actually be any better than VATSIM using a real person, I don't know, but it will be a great thing to test if I get a chance to, or when it becomes available. I'll certainly look into it and see how it is. I think it could be used to build up confidence before.
Be with me, you should be for London 121025, break, Shannon. Contact Jersey 125.2, bye bye.
Oh, I've got TA. Why is every time I reconnect to get TA as well?
Okay guys, listen up, your call sign speed, you're going up the Unicom now. Speedbird 40 Bravo, off the Unicom, bye bye.
Do the toilet sounds.
Speedbird 40 Bravo,
I got Mario oof for that one. Alright, anyway, we reached our cruise level. Thanks, Romulus, for your suggestion. I mean, I've used this power line adapter for a very long time. I can get a very long cable as a temporary measure and plug it straight into the hub. Maybe I could just pick one of those up in Argos. I'll need a flipping long one, but I should think a direct Ethernet cable from my hub to the PC is better than using a power line adapter through the main. So I'll look at that as a temporary solution. I'm sure my girlfriend won't mind a cable just sprawled down the stairs downstairs, but we'll try that as a start. Anyway, we're here. We've only got 40 miles to top of descent. Let's start setting up for the approach. Right. There's no stars into Exeter whatsoever, so we'll follow our flight plan route until we get towards where the flight plan terminates and just redirect to the centre fix if there's no ATC.
Cheers, bye-bye, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom 12 Bravo X-ray, bye.
Bye-bye, EGA for Echo Bravo, left 240.
Alright, over to Unicom. Well, that's, I suppose, probably a good thing today. I will stay on the network, though. Over to Unicom. And now let's finish setting up this approach. So, to page 250 below 100. Forecast in 200 and 100 winds. That's 315 at 44. 100, 302 at 21. QNH is at Exeter. Let me grab my METAR. I say grab my METAR off the Aero Weather app. QNH is 1013. It's the same as standard. All in, execute. We'll go for runway 26, fix rings in for runway 26, 10. It's a beautiful evening, 4 miles. We'll plan to configure gear down flat 15 there. Flat ball must be selected by 10. So, as discussed, there are no arrivals, no stars into Exeter. So, it's simply flight plan routing, which, remember, we're flying a completely different flight plan than the planned one. This is the rerouting we were given. So, we're going to be coming in via Southampton, Gibso. So, just to show you where Gibso is. No, this is Gibso, North America. We'll go for Gibso, South Coast UK. So we're going to go... There's Gibso. So that's where our flight plan terminates. And then I've just routed direct to Let's See. And then we'll go back down south towards the centre fix there. So we'll do something like that. Oh, guys, thank you so much. I'm just seeing chat here. Great advice coming in. So, as soon as I get this set up, I'll look at some of the suggestions here to fix my... issues are in the internet. So that's the arrival. We'll go straight onto the ILS then. ILS 26 in use. Approach here. So 1099 is the ILS frequency, so let's get that tuned up now. 1099. Oops, just realised my frequency is not quite right. There we go. 1099, 1099. And we'll put, we'll leave Daventry on standby. Course is 257. Oh, look at that purple. That purple Microsoft Flight Simulator gets at dusk is absolute perfection. It's so good when you've got this beautiful clear night. There's the Isle of Wight, already at the south coast. Look, airborne only for 17 minutes from East Midlands. 257 is the courses. Minimum's 302, which is 200 feet AGL. Cap 1 ILS standard minimums then. So 302, preset 1013, 302 coming up now. Frequency courses, minimum set. We're crossing an NDB, the Exeter NDB at 4.1 miles. I'm getting used to this. Where's the button? This is the one I was looking for.
Rage quit.
Dearie me. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my iffy internet, the standard ILS, MSA to the southwest, 3,400 feet, and then passing the NDB Exeter, which isn't coded, but we've got the FF point and runway 26. We've just passed the top of descent point now, so let's dial in. We'll just go down to 80. That's good. Outhold. Excellent. Seems a bit jerky in the turns. It just seems to be sort of jerking. And we'll select VNAV. VNAV path. It will go to path. It should go to speed now if it's high on profile. It should go to VNAV speed. They do apparently have the updated logic. It's staying in path and it's done a dirty dive onto the path. Sus. Frequencies, courses, minimums. I did set the courses yet. MSO we briefed. If I have to go around a push toga, go around flat 15, set ground for us, positive radar climb, go up 400 feet. We'll select LNAV, climb straight ahead to 2.7 miles, a right turn to the NDB 2,500 feet. RVR needed is 550 metres. So the actual airport itself, if we just clear that chart. Nice long runway here at Exeter. The runway length is 2,000 metres. Well, I'll say it's a long runway. It's not. It's 2,000 metres, but it's... what? You know, I've just noticed it's doing these very jerky turns, the PMDG autopilot. 2,000 metres, so we'll want to vacate at Bravo. The only taxiway suitable for 737s is Alpha Bravo Charlie in the main apron. And a little Dicky Bird told me West Atlantic from East Midlands typically park on stand 9 or 10. So we'll vacate here, Bravo, and stand 10. Shortish runway then. I kept saying it was long. It's not super long. I'm going to use flat 40 or to break 3. Which will be sufficient today. We're going to burn 300 kilos before landing. Landing weight's going to be 57.8. Flap 40, auto brake 3, second detent reverse, and then we'll land at Exeter. That's it. At least that is true, Stratocast. At least Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't crash. Hey, at least for your entertainment purposes, every time it crashes, you get to hear a random sound effect from my sounder board. I have many, many more. What can you do? You just got to crack on and smile and just pray no more happens. But I think if you guys don't mind, we'll have a little gander at the settings in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm confident it's something in Microsoft Flight Simulators which is triggering these hiccups. I was actually going to read some of your suggestions. People do the toilet sound. I saw lots of Fs. Oh dear. Satellite imagery. You can limit bandwidth in Microsoft Flight Sim settings. That would probably help potentially. Yeah, Michael Tis has made a good point. Look at what Microsoft Flight Simulator uses first. You don't have the issues with X-Plane. Might be in your settings with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Have I disconnected from VATSIM? No, I am on. I am. No, sorry, I'm actually off. I'm off. So that was from my last disconnection. I've just come back on now. So yeah, it's something in this sim is triggering it. Anyway, monitoring the PMDG 737. We're in LNAV, we're in VNAV, it's on path, holding the speed nicely. We're passing 182480. We want a failure stream and not just Microsoft Flight Sim failures. Oh, Razin Zaki, let's hope we don't go through all the sounds of the board too soon. I think at this rate we might do. Oh dear, oh dear. AF4, we had 450. Yes, usually at takeoff it usually peaks, and then on approach it started. Numbers go up and then after landing they go down. It's a sort of trend I've noticed when streaming on Microsoft Flight Sim. There is ATC at Exeter. Wonderful. He'll perhaps. There's always ATIS as well. Let's tune that. Whilst we're on Unicom, we might as well tune the ATIS. Grab some weather if it's working. Not on voice, I'm afraid. Well, the ATIS via text, runway 26, transition level 45, it's Cav OK, 17 degrees, 1013, Information Hotel. Beautiful evening in Exeter. There's the south coast. Isle of Wight, beautiful. Traffic everywhere, busy this evening. Maybe AF Walker. If I was watching and there were lots of stoppages, people would probably tune out. But there's absolutely zero I can do about it, and I think enough people coming on. And looking at the trend on the viewer and analytics is exactly as it would be for any stream. Brilliant, Mark Scott. Oh, well, to all the members, thank you so much. I've just had loads of messages with fixes for this. I'll have a look at that after the stream. Thank you. But what's quite funny, members watched me earlier. I did a sector this morning, and I think I had 2 dropouts this morning. That was it. I've had today almost a dozen, so it makes me think when I'm streaming, when I'm doing everything here, it's really pushing out the capacity, but who knows. Brad, did you see my milestone message? Brad, I apologise, I haven't. 37 months as a member. I've just seen that now. My apologies. I've missed a few here. So Brad Delamont, thank you very much for being a member for, well, what's that, over 3 years for supporting the channel. So thank you very much for your generosity. Really appreciate it. And you also have the 3-star alpaca badge. So thank you very much, buddy. Gary Strength, you joined as a member. Welcome on board. I'm so sorry I missed that ping earlier too. I think it could have been during any of the situations this evening during an internet blackout or some other distraction, but thank you very much again for joining as a member. Thank you. Hello, Autism Emily, I hope you're doing very well. Thank you very much for popping in. It says hello, hi Flatnet Sim. Brandon, did they check the logs on the router? Some can show if there were bandwidth usage spikes. Yes, the engineer checked the logs and saw the cutouts, and there were some data package loss, and they were quite thorough. But they said, look, they checked the line, they checked all the light signal through the fibre cable. No issue, because I have fibre to premises. I really don't know what I'm talking about any of this stuff. They checked the hub. The hub they did a factory reset. They did something on the street, on the fibre line on the street overnight to flush it as well. And I've only noticed the issue again this morning in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Danny, would you mind dimming the PFD a little? Yeah, it is actually quite bright, and actually the brightness would be too bright in the middle of the night. The lighting, as I've pointed out a lot in this sim, is very well modelled. You know, this sort of lighting in X-Plane 12 we can only dream of at the moment. I know there's been an update for that as well, so we'll try that. But yeah, going back to those internet issues, I did the members group flight on Saturday after the internet was all fixed, and I didn't have a single loss for that stream. That's 3 hours long, not a single one. So yeah, it's something, only using this sim is triggering it. Brad, did my milestone have a message? Not that I could read. Not that I could read. It just came up with your ping. If you had a message, let me know, and I'll read it here. Right, passing flight level 100 for 80. Let's do the post-cruise checks. So, fuel 4 pumps. We have 3.4 tonnes. We need 2.1 to divert to Bristol, so plenty of gas. They can all come on. Logo on as well. And our bank should be still set to 25 degrees. Pressurisation 4.5 set. And seatbelts on, checks complete. A message from another VATSIM user. Hello, what's up? Been subscribed 3 years. Keep up great content. See you on the ground at Exeter. Thank you very much, Lucas, for your very kind message. If I stay on the network, that is. Brad, don't worry. Tell me what your message is, and I'll read it out now. But it didn't come up on there. Oh, so having just standard BT hub routers, not the way to go, I guess. Well, I've always had one since I've been streaming. It's never been an issue. V2 plus 10, beautiful sunset. Agreed. The sun has already set. We've got this fantastic dark orange colour. Exeter's going to be off here in the distance. Can't quite see it yet. One to go. There's no ATC, so what we'll do, we'll step down to the platform altitude for the ILS, 2,200 feet. Set QNH, which is 1013, passing 8,500 for 2,200 feet. Standby altimeter set. Just picked up the Echo X-ray NDB as well. Brad, my message was, have you ever done a pre-flight in real life and met a new first officer and his real name was Jim? Brilliant. No, I've never. Let me just look through my logbook. My logbook, I can search all pilots' names. Probably have flown with Jim when I was a first officer. Let me have a little look. I'm going to see. Search. Jim. I've never. Oh, I flew with a Borja Jimenez, but never a Jim. And I flew with this individual a very long time ago, but never a real Jim in real life. The only Jim I've ever flown with is my sidekick Jim. Brilliant. Drone, I have FTTP with BT, no issues, but I've always run a decent router Wi-Fi. I'm running a Ubiquiti Edge Router X at the moment. They're inexpensive. So drone, that's great. I mean, I've always had a hub, and I've only ever had the issue starting 3 weeks ago. So I think Romulus' suggestion. I mean, I'm rolling it down to two things. One, an issue with the power line. Maybe there is an issue with the hub. I'm going to try two suggestions. One in Exeter here, maybe fiddle with a Microsoft Flight Sim, cap the bandwidth or something. I don't know. Secondly, Romulus' suggestion of getting a long fibre line and connecting it from the hub directly to my PC. The problem is my office is upstairs. My hub is under the stairs because that's where the fibre connection, fibre to premises, open reach box is. So I'd have to have that. Yeah, I am using a power line adapter, and I always have had the same one. And it does slow my broadband down, but I wanted a wired connection via the plug. So yeah, I'm going to try Romulus' suggestion, direct line cable first, which will also be quite nice because I'll get much quicker broadband speeds. Without going into too much personal details in my life, you'll probably guess what's going to happen to me in the next few weeks, but it will not be an issue in a few weeks' time maybe month or two, it will no longer be an issue. But I'm not going to say anything yet without giving the exact reason. So I'm not sort of too long term. I'm not too sort of worried about it. The fact I can actually stream here is fine, but it's something I won't have to worry about in the not too distant future if there's a specific issue here. Yeah, okay. I might ditch the power line adapter then temporarily. I'll nip to Argos. Other online stores are available, and see if I can get a direct cable. Prison, Martin. You guys crack me up.
What the dog doing?
Dear. You guys are funny. Getting married to an ISP? Are we going to be housemates? What are you going for jail for? Right, anyway, we're approaching let's see, it looks like we passed the decel point. You can see the aircraft starting to slow down. I understand tower's online. Without what's the word I'm looking for? Jinxing it. We've not had a disconnect for 15 minutes or so. You watch now. Oh dear. Tower's on standby. Let's have a little look at. I only just realised quite recently, if you select V, you can get the VATSIM map for, or the Microsoft Flight Sim map shows VATSIM traffic, which is pretty helpful. Just build a bit of situational awareness with the traffic around. Don't jinx it. I know. Mark Scott, are you Olympic with ChatGPT? No. 100% it'll disconnect on finals. Yep. Do you reckon it's something to do with the East Midlands scenery as well? Just loading all that in? But I mean, no, because it's stored on my PC, isn't it? Right, turning for an intercept now. Looks like VNAV's. I noticed this with the PMDG. Its VNAV decel point is quite early, and it just does a really shallow descent from now onwards. It's gone to FMC speed, which is good because it doesn't want to go below the up speed. But you can see, look, we're quite low on the glide slope here. Well, it is actually just coming alive, but that is because we're level. I don't want to be level, so I'm going to select vertical speed, flap 1, bug the flap 1 speed, and we're just going to go minus 500 feet per minute. There is an aircraft on short final. And there's Exeter Airport. And flap to 5. Approach checklist. Frequencies are tuned. Fixed rings are in. For runway 26, 10 and 4. Idents, we have India X-Ray Romeo, which is checking on the chart is correct. Standby instruments are all set. Courses are set as well. Altimeters and instruments are set, cross-checked, and the approach aids are checked and set. So you can see here, look, I'm using vertical speed. VS to finesse is a nice rhyme to remember, to stay on the glide slope, and look where VNAV would have put me, just 300 feet low. I've noticed with the PMDG that the VNAV just happens to put you a little bit below profile. There we are, that's perfect. Correct sensing, arming approach. It's not done a too bad a job, the PMDG. 8 out of 10. Well. Right. I was going to use flight recorder for the first landing. I'm not going to, just because I'd rather, instead of doing replays, see if we can do anything with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I will do it for the last sector. I will do it for the last sector. Localizer glide slope capture. Runway heading 257. And the missed approach altitude for Exeter is 2,500 feet. I've not been told to contact the tower, but I will put that frequency on active and we'll check it. Exeter Tower. Hello, it's Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Just established ILS 26, passing 7 miles.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, Exeter Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26, surface wind 300 degrees, 06 knots.
Continue approach, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Yeah, not using the recorder on this one, Clara. Not using the recorder on this one. I will the second flight.
Vacate next left, taxi right Alpha, and taxi stand 6.
Russell, would be nice to hand fly and not button twist. Sorry. Look, I'll even do it raw data. Just
1 kilo,
for
clear to
you.
join controlled airspace via Gibso, Golf, India, Bravo, 0
Gear
after.
down, flap
After
15.
departure, turn left on track Gibso, climb flight level 60.
Oh, this is where it gets a bit harder. Start switches, continuous recall. That's the doors we can disregard. Speed brake, arm green light. Landing gear down, 3 green. Order brake is set to 3. Holding at flaps 1. We'll go flap 25 initially.
Actually 1 kilo, just to confirm, it's flight level 60, transition altitude 3,000 feet.
So the aircraft balloon, that's nice by PMDG, nice little balloon there. Let's keep it around 1 dot now,
Actually,
flap
1 kilo,
30.
correct.
And now flap 40, checked. Just VRF plus 5. We'll need about 59, 60%
12
quite
Bravo
light today.
X-ray, runway 26, the wind
Extend it slightly.
310 degrees, 05 knots, clear to land.
Right, 26 clear to land, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray. Lights are on, and flaps 40 green light, checks complete. So a little low on speed there, go to around 62%. A little bit faster, actually get that speed on. A little bit off the localizer. There we are, speed's back to where we want it, 60%. Actually need to get a bit more in trim. Oh, the trim is so slow, the PMDG. Looking good, right, that pitch is nice. On localizer, on glide slope, no more than 1,000 feet per minute. Approaching the gates, add a bit of thrust there, about 60%. Three whites, a little high, that's my fault. Back down to 1,000 feet per minute to get back on the profile, no more. 2 reds, 2 whites. There we are, pitch looks good now. Keep it descending. Bit of a black hole here. Looks very dark. Black hole, sort of the runway in between the lights and the outside is the same colour, and you get this horrible black hole effect, especially when there's no lighting. It can be quite difficult to sort of see where the runway is. Checked. Little high. Keep it descending. A little bit of a crosswind here. I don't want to be downwind of centre line. Continue. Smidge low, but I think the Pappy's... Well, I'm a bit low on the glide. No, the picture looks good. I think that's alright. Pappies are off.
40, 30,
check.
20,
close.
10.
Hold the altitude. Ooh, not bad. Ooh. Really? Minus 300? Get out of here. That wasn't that bad. Perfect for Exeter. 3 rigs up. 100 knots. 80 knots. And the incident didn't brake on approach. Excellent. 60 knots idle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Exeter for the first ever time on a live stream. Oh, look at you in chat. Ouch, ouch. Flap 40. Yeah, true, true. Fox, you're right. That's my excuse. We're here. We'll vacate the next.
Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, vacate left via Bravo, taxi stand 4.
Bravo stand 4, Alpaca 12 Bravo X-ray, thank you. Right, next left Bravo. Perfect. We're here. Your motorbike's fine. If you're still in chat. I can't remember who it was. Oh dear. Any more banters about cobs and pork pies? What are we picking up now? Cornish pasties, that was it. Right, there's Bravo, stand number 4. Even I can't get lost here. Next left, starting the clean up. Flaps up. Motorbikes are right off. Get out of here. Right. Flaps up. Order brake 2 off. Oh, there's 2 lines here. Exercise caution. We'll take the first left. There's stand number 10, which I think is usually where West Atlantic go, but we'll take stand 4. We'll offload all the cargo there. Excellent. Flight directors can come off. 3,100 feet. To 100. I think I might have accidentally extended the speed brake. I noticed just when I was doing my landing flaps there, but I think we're all good now. APU to start, strobes to steady. This is where I really hope I'm not on the grass. Oh no, we're all good. And now we're looking for stand number 4. This is some freeware scenery from, what was it, Spud Mashed Potato or something like that? I can't remember the exact name. It's all in the video description. We'll ignore the van parked there. I do want to have stand 4. Wish. Oh look, you can see some passengers. Oh look, the animated passengers. Yes, I think there was an extra. Oh, over here, welcome to Exeter. It's the manager, happy to greet an Alpaca Airways cargo flight. Right, what are these two doing? It's so funny. Right, Parking brake set, APU own, almost perfect timing. It was a little bit. An airline like this should have good merch. They do. APU's available on the bus. 2 blues, red. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. No, that's parking brake. Parking brake set. 2 blues, 1 red. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Exeter, where we can see a heated debate going on here. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. That's the classic Monty Python I'm thinking of there. And then these two having a heated argument. It's like The Sims. Oh dear. What is going on with these passengers? And then we got someone up here waving. Oh, great. It's just like freeware scenery. And it's got all these amusing actions going on. So we'll do the transit flow, guys. We'll leave the APU running. So APU bleed on. Open the isolation valve. Verify N2 on engine 1 and 2 is below 20%, which it is. Anti-coal light off. There we are. Weather radar off as well. Transit shutdown checklist complete. There we go. Right, let's have a little look here in chat to see some of the banter going on here. I'm not... Ooh, yes, lights. That's probably why they're all angry with me over there. Yeah, so the actual flight itself went well. PMDG handled quite well as well. A few little things which have always PMDG's hands, I've noticed, like the taxiing and stuff like that. But yeah, we're doing 2 sectors today. I'd like to once again really apologise for these intermittent internet issues. It seems now we're on the ground, it's calmed down a little bit. We're having them periodically after departure. Last 20 minutes we've not had one, so yeah. I will again look into this. Hopefully it'll get the bottom of it. As I said, personally in my life, it won't be an issue in a few weeks' time. And it's just cut off now. Of course it has. Oh, are you back already? I think it just cut off briefly. Nice. Yeah, maybe it didn't cut off, but yeah, I do apologise. Hopefully we'll fix it. We're going to do the return sector. I will do a giveaway copy for the East Midlands. If we have inevitably another cutout, again, I only can apologise. Just while I have some of you here in chat, maybe we could temporarily try, because as I've said, it's only Microsoft Flight Simulator I've been having these issues. So if I go to General Options, Data, I have all this on. I'm going to turn off photogrammetry first, which current data consumption 101 gigabytes. What do I need to do here potentially to slow things down? I don't know. Rolling cache, any of this on? I haven't changed any of these settings. Is there anything I should have on? Oh, should this be on a little bit? Rolling cache. It did just drop out. That was almost exactly 25 minutes since the last one. Yes, like I've said, I that's sad. I set a timer. Well, so we haven't had anything. We've had no issues for 25 minutes. So, yeah, AL Looper. I understand that, but I've had this issue for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Limit bandwidth. What's a sensible setting? If you change airports frequently, then no to rolling cache. I do use different airports, different stream. I've turned off photogrammetry, which I usually have off anyway. So that could be causing issues there. So I've turned that off. 40 megabits. I mean, I've never had that limited. Is that high? Is that low? No, you shouldn't limit bandwidth. Okay, I'll leave that unlimited. And the rest, I think... okay, Dono, it's interesting. Alright. I've always had that off. I did turn that on recently. Funny enough, around the same time that the issue started. So, yeah, also bear in mind, upload speeds are lower than download speeds. Now, I'll do a quick broadband speed test here, which they did whilst we're there, and I'll just see what I'm getting. What have I got? Oclo, isn't it, the app? There should be no issues with speed. So bear in mind I'm streaming right now. My download speed via the Wi-Fi is currently... Oh wow, it's actually a lot lower than it is. Maybe that's because I'm streaming. Wow, I usually get 300 meg, but it's saying 48 meg download. Wow, I've never actually done this while streaming, so probably something to do with that. upload speed is currently 30 megabytes per second, but that's capped at 15 on Streamlabs, so it doesn't need to be higher than that to stream 1080p. So yeah, let's just do photogrammetry. You really need to do a test on the PC through your power line. Yeah, okay. I've done a full reboot of everything here. As I said, this isn't an issue just today. Let's do that for now. See what happens on the next sector. And I'm going to try this, cut out the power line adapter and get a direct cable, which won't be an issue in a few weeks' time. Alright, Microsoft Flight Simulator, take your time saving this. If you're using Wi-Fi, stop using the microwave. There we go. Right, that's done. Well, anyway, I'll leave you here in Exeter, guys, for now. I'll just have a quick 10-minute break, and when we get back, we'll do the return sector to East Midlands, where I'll be giving away a wonderful copy of that fantastic Pyreegue Devco scenery as well. So if you have or want to check out that scenery, my little preview at the start of the stream, be sure to do that at the start. And I'll be back in about 10 minutes, around 10 o'clock British Summer Time as well. Thank you very much for your patience with the little internet issues today, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Cheers. Thanks a lot for that intermission. Minus 370, really? It wasn't that bad. Any issues during that break? I don't think so. I don't think it's cut out once whilst I was away, has it? Because I've just seen the chat box come through, just having a look through chat, no one was going F, ring of death, blah blah blah. So we're up to probably 40 minutes now with no cutouts. Really sorry I haven't to talk about this. But yeah, let's see how we get on the return sector. If you've just joined in, welcome on board. We're now on our, or will be about to commence our second sector. Back to East Midlands from Exeter. Live time, live weather. It's been some time since we've done a night flight, so looking forward to that. It should only take about 40 minutes return sector. We're cruising at 23,000 feet, pretty much similar routing. I have flown into East Midlands in the past. I will be able to look at the star chart for you, because a lot of UK airports like Birmingham, East Midlands, Stansted, it's quite hard to sort of see how the arrivals work. East Midlands is one of them. We're going to be flying the Daventry 1 Echo arrival, and it's just how it all joins up, and I'll show you how or what you can do in the FMC and what to expect when you fly into East Midlands on VATSIM using live ATC. 49 Whiskey says, good afternoon, hope you're doing well. Aviator Lucas had to go to walk my dog in the rain today. Oh, where are you, Aviation Lucas? It's been so inclement here in the UK. I was away in Norfolk this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram with Jack in the beach, went there with my girlfriend, and it was meant to be a washout, but Saturday wasn't actually too bad in the end. It didn't rain, it was a bit cloudy, but Sunday it rained all day. Yeah, it's we could do some nicer weather in the UK. Drishel Max 2 here is still here as well. Hamish, going anywhere nice after the break? We're going to East Midlands. Anyway, let's jump on here just to save a bit of time with the stream here. We're just going to take 15 tons back. I'm not going to do any loading or unloading. It's the exact cargo load on the way back. I know you guys like to sort of see that with GSX and things like that, but I don't have it installed. So we're going to take 15 tons. Imagine it's Cornish pasties, as someone suggested earlier, to head on our way back to East Midlands. The aircraft is exactly as I left it, in the transit state here. Log back on the VATSIM network. We're now the Alpaca 3-4 Bravo X-ray for our return sector to East Midlands. Let's see if the ATIS is on voice. We actually have Tower online as well, which is great to see. It might be logging off soon. It's getting quite late here in the UK. It's just past 3 minutes past 10 here at the moment.
Exeter information Juliet, at time 2050, runway in use 26, transition level, flight level 40, surface wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, Cava K, temperature 15, dew point 9, QNH 1014 hectopascals, QFE 1010
still arguing.
hectopascals. Advise information Juliet and read back pressure settings.
Will do. So information Juliet copied, 3105 at 5, Cava K 15 degrees, QNH is 1014. So I'll just punch that into the OPT. Actually, do we actually have Exeter? We do actually have Exeter in the database. 26 Foxtrot intersection, dry, 3105 at 5. Outside air temperature is 15 degrees. QNH is 1014. How much fuel do I need on this sector? We'll just do the quick fuel loading. So 4.6. So 4.7 would be minimum block fuel. Let's take it. There's no VATSIM events. So 4.7. Aircraft. Excuse me. It is under split. Come on, EFB. Can't remember where to find anything in this thing. Menu. FS actions. Fuel. There we go. 4,700. Well, quick fuel. Perfect. That's in. And payload 15 tons of the main cargo. So takeoff weight's 59.3 tons. I'll see if we can depart from intersection Foxtrot first. Let's have a look here at Navigraph. Where is intersection Foxtrot? Oh, it's there. We can't even use that point. Well, maybe I could do a 180 a beam Foxtrot. But via Foxtrot, once we beam it, we don't have to go to the end. We might as well, though. But we can take 22k, 38 degrees assumed temperature. So when we get to that later in the setup, we'll be fine. The guy waving you is your ATC. Excellent. Is that you, Mark Scott, perhaps? The Cornish ones stick. Brilliant. Who are the people partying in front of the aircraft? Oh, yeah. Well, they're flying with Llama Airways. And these two are partners, and one of them's arguing, and why didn't we fly with Alpaca Airways? And no, you booked Llama International. That's what they're arguing about. Right, we've got the weather. QNH is set. We'll set the MFRA, which is 1324 according to the APT. That is set. Almost. Wonderful. We'll reset the timer here. We'll try to. There we go. Rest is all set. Runway heading MCP. We've got the weather. Let's go into the FMC. Perfect. Actually, whilst we're on the ground, we'd have the dome light on. Yeah, that illumination's much better for loading. Right, FMC, index, ident, latest Eric installed still, of course. We are now in Exeter, Echo Golf Tango, Echo. Routing to East Midlands, which is Echo Golf November X-ray. Call sign for sector number 2 is Alpaca 34 Bravo
50,
X-ray.
40.
And
30,
we'll
20,
have no sits here, which we'll look at
10.
there. David Rayford, thank you very much for the thank you for the £2 donation. Appreciate that.
Small donation towards your Cat 5 cable.
I'll
Smiley face.
be ordering it off Amazon today. And it's gonna have to be quite a long cable. Now, I'm no good with computers, as you well know. That's the standard Ethernet cable, isn't it? Yes. I've needed quite a long one to get from my hub to the office. It's down the stairs. I think I'll need about 7 meters, but it's got to be better than power line adapter. I'm going to be ordering it off Amazon tonight, and I'll get that there. Cat 5, Cat 6. Oh, I don't know. I'll get some Cat. Cat 6 it is. I don't know. I'll get whatever's the best, and I'll be taking. The thing is, when I move, in the future, I will need a very short cable, whereas temporarily I need a long one. So I don't want to spend a huge amount on potentially a Cat 6, whatever this stuff is. Right, runway 26. There's no SIDS here, so it'll be an omnidirectional. Let's go straight to the routing then. And the flight plan is... Well, let's just get our clearance in case we get a complete different rerouting. Tower is still online. Exeter Tower, hello again, it's Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, stand for, just copied information, Juliet 1014, departure clearance to East Midlands, please.
Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, Exeter Tower, good evening, cleared to join controlled airspace via Exmoor. After departure, turn right on track Exmoor, climb flight level 60.
Cleared to East Midlands, omnidirectional departure, right turn to Exmoor, and climb flight level 60, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray.
Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, correct.
Perfect. So, flight level 60, and it's an omnidirectional direct to Exmoor, which I'll brief later on. And oh, we didn't get a squawk actually. Sorry, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. We didn't catch a squawk there.
You can expect your squawk upon taxi.
Okay, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. So a lot of airports only give you your code on taxi. Not very common in UK. Italy, they do it a lot, places like that. Cat 5, unless your internet speed is over 1 gig. No, it won't be more than 1 gig, so I'll just... Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to play this stream back. Let's put the routing in. So direct to Exmoor. We'll talk about omnidirectional departures shortly. So that's going to be the top one. Direct to Daventry. And then we'll be flying a Daventry 1 Echo. Now, I'll be briefing this later, but have a look at this now for when you fly to East Midlands from the south, which most of you will be doing if you want to be flying sort of Jet2, Ryanair, TUI, things like that. So ILS 27 and Daventry 1 Echo, don't select any of these transitions. Okay, activate.
India Bravo Sierra Oscar. After departure,
and if you guys look at a Daventry 1 Echo or a Hemel 1 Echo, you'll see the arrival goes from Velag to Updug, and then the actual arrival does this. It goes direct to Pickett. It's very unlikely you'll get that unless there's been an issue at East Midlands, for example, the runway's closed or there's thunderstorms. The publish holds at Pickett. All you simply want to do is go from Updug direct to the centre fix, and in real life, what ATC would typically do is you contact East Midlands after passing Velag, and they'll typically, airports like Birmingham, East Midlands, Stansted, they'll say after passing Velag after passing Honolulu, whatever, maintain heading 360 degrees, vectors in this case are ILS27. So that's all you want to do at this stage. So typically Spins will say Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, good afternoon. After Velag heading 360 degrees, vectors ILS27. That's what happened. 09, it's the same, you just build something in the FMC. That's it. That's all you need to remember for East Midlands coming in from the south. Right, that's all in. Routes activate.
November Hotel Lima Roger, start approved, report ready.
And just turn down Phantom here slightly. That's already executed. So performance, zero fuel weights in. Alternate now is Birmingham. Birmingham 2.3 tons. Cost index 30 again. We're a little low on this sector. Flight level 230 going in. Top of climb wind is 316 at... Oh, what was that? Sorry. Was that max level reached? I missed that message. 316 at 53. Performance then. Unable 250 at Velag. We'll look at that shortly. So the OPT said via Foxtrot, Beam Foxtrot, 22k. Put the AP bleed on, it already is, and an assumed temperature of 38 degrees. The N1 should be 89.1. Perfect. Excellent work by PMDG. Matches the real OPT. Speeds are 30, 33, 39. So the actual real OPT is saying 130 knots for V1, 134, 140. Could be to do with it being field length limited. Oh no, I don't know why. Anyway, that's what the real OPT says, which will always go off, and then the V2 is 140. Perfect, that's all done. Overhead panel vent, that's all set for the next sector. Working our way down. 230 now, elevation. East Midlands around 300 feet. Flight directors are now on. It's omnidirectional departure, so that's all fine. Order brake to RTO, reset fuel flow, and take off legs. Perfect, frequencies are all set, no problem. Right, let's call for the pushback. And it's going to be to face east. Perfect, something like that, and that's request. Yeah, the audio doesn't work on the second sector. Always does this. Oh, sorry, chart's still on screen. My apologies. So yeah, let's talk about. I need them now. Let's talk about omnidirectional departure. So if you select Exeter here, SID, you'll see no charts because there aren't any standard instrument departures. But if you go to the reference or the taxi page and check out the briefing pages, you'll find something about noise abatement, or here it is, or preferential runways. So it says here, when surface wind is calm, runway 26 is preferred. When 08 is in use, pilots should note that other aircraft might require 26 for departure. We're looking for noise abatement procedures. There we go. So we need to follow this today for runway 26. Take off with maximum total weight exceeding 5,700 kilos, which is us. Climb on runway heading with maximum rate compatible with safety to 1,000 feet, and then turn as soon as possible to avoid overflying the city. And there's no additional comment there. Now, I've looked at my operator's charts. They actually say for 26 climb to 1,102 feet, which is essentially 1,000 feet, isn't it? And then a right turn to Exmoor. So it's the same. So essentially, climb straight up, bug up, right turn to Exmoor. So we'll be a heading select departure and go from there. Right, so I think the audio always breaks on the second sector with this pushback, or doesn't work at all. So I think it's just telling me to do its usual thing, and hopefully when I release parking brake, it will push as required. There we go. Try the rudder-tiller. Oh yes, everyone's talking about this rudder-tiller thing. Let's have a look here. So where is this in the PMDG? So try the rudder-tiller setting in the FMC. Where on earth do I find that? Because that will fix so many issues. I'm glad that PMDG might have addressed that.
Line up 264 Charlie 1, Golf Hotel Lima.
Oh, where is it? Where is it? Going to be simulation? Aha. Tiller plus... No, I don't have a tiller, though. So surely it's rudder only. I don't have a tiller. Well, mate, I'll try it. You guys are telling me to do it.
Runway 26, the wind 310 degrees, 5 knots. Right, turn out, clear for
so I think
takeoff.
we just got that Ryanair blocking us.
Clear for takeoff, copy wind.
As soon as he tapped it... Well, we'll call for push and start now. Alpaca 3-4 Bravo X-ray, stand 4, request push and start.
Alpaca 3-4 Bravo X-ray, hold position.
Stay by Alpaca 3-4 Bravo X-ray. I think we've left the people at the apron. Well, we are cargo today. Unless they want to get mixed with the Cornish pasties to be delivered to East Midlands. these two are cracking me up. This is all part of the freeware scenery. I think there's a couple of additional packages I downloaded. These two are having a right heated argument.
If you can taxi straight ahead a little
Not
bit.
bad at all for a freeware airport. It's got a nice little terminal modelled in there, and there's that guy is. He's having a. Definitely not taxiing me in. Brilliant. Anyway, we're in the queue. Push and start. Yeah, I agree, Mello. I think tiller plus rod is only if you use a separate tiller axis. I agree. I'm going to keep that page open just in case nothing works when I taxi.
Runway 8 Lima Golf Squawk 2725, taxi holding point Charlie 1, runway 26 via Charlie.
Taxi holding point Charlie 1 via runway via Charlie to runway 26, squawk 2725.
Menu is...
Golf Hotel Lima, report your passing level.
Right, it's there for an immediate change.
1,200 feet.
Golf Hotel Lima, thank you, you are identified.
He is loving it, Sam. Q for passport control, says Speedbird 7471. Absolutely.
Jersey 72 Quebec, stand 4, correction stand 5, push and start approved, face taxiway Charlie, runway 26.
Oh, it is busy here.
Stand 5, push and start approved, face
oh, that West Atlantic's having an issue.
Jersey 72 Quebec.
Oh. You might need to look. Yeah, there you go. That's better. What's the initial climb and transition altitude at Exeter? So, Clara, with the only direction you wait for your clearance from ATC, we were cleared to flight level 60. The transition level's 45. So I should actually change this. Sorry, that's well spotted. I'll put 4,000. Well, 4,000. It's probably 4,000. But I'll put 45. We're climbing to flight level 60. And that's the 102 miles away. That's for the arrival.
And Neptune 1 Kilo, I will be able to do a 90 here with a bit of asymmetrical power, but ready.
Look at that very short cruise for us.
Neptune 1 Kilo, Roger, Squawk 3406, taxi holding point Bravo 1, runway 26.
He was tipping his broken pie out the back.
Squawk 3406 and taxi Bravo 1, runway 26.
Well, I think we're almost an hour without a single internet hiccup. Ah, my eyes. That was really bright on my monitor. I'll put some relaxing music on whilst we wait.
Runway 8 Lima Golf 5, Charlie 1, enter backtrack, line up runway 26.
Okay, Charlie 1, enter backtrack, line up runway 26, runway 8 Lima Golf.
Cat, why would you say that? I knew someone would say that. Where's that little bizjet? Wait, wasn't there a Ryanair? Where's the Ryanair gone? Yeah, touch wood. Interference causing neighbour went to bed. V2 plus 10, did you uninstall GSX? I've never had it installed, V2 plus 10. Never used it. I don't know what you mean by that, Cat. The key people look like they could use some Cornish pasties. Well, we've got 15 tons of them on board. Actually, I better not check I've not been disconnected from that. No, I'm still on.
Neptune 7 Foxtrot, Squawk 3202, taxi holding point Bravo 1, runway 26 via Bravo.
There's probably a West Atlantic flight doing this very sector as we speak.
Runway 8 Lima Golf, runway 26, the wind 310.
Speedbird says, oh yeah, oh you messaged me, didn't you, to say this is your usual base? The amount of times I've been in that queue in the rain after a flight isn't worth mentioning. It's really nice here this evening. Is Cav okay? Cavalcade 15 degrees.
Tower Jersey 72 Quebec for taxi, please.
Jersey 72 Quebec.
Hopefully when I release parking brake it will start to
taxi
push back.
Point Charlie 1, runway 26 via Charlie.
1252 Charlie 126 Charlie 72 Quebec.
Not bad though for a 2 sector day, 2 hours 20. Would have been a lot quicker if we hadn't done the scenery preview. Would have been probably airborne by now. And then obviously we're waiting here for a short while because it is quite a congested apron. We're in the queue though, and I think once this guy taxis out, we've got some aircraft lining up there to backtrack, so hopefully they'll get the departures away. By the time we taxi out, and there's the aircraft taxiing behind now. Was it Jersey? I think it would be in a Flybe, but I don't have the model for it in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Neptune 1 Kilo via Bravo 1, enter backtrack, line up runway 26.
Speedbird, the West Atlantic usually take off around 11 PM from Exeter or East Mids. I guess Exeter.
34 Bravo X-ray, stand 4, push and start approved, face taxiway Charlie, runway 26.
Push start approved, face taxiway Charlie for runway 26, Alpaca 32 Bravo X-ray. Just need to check the charts for that. Which way is facing taxiway Charlie? Ah, disorientating. Perfect, facing east, which is what we planned. So, below the line, packs off, turn off the dome lights, anti-collision lights on. Parking brake is released. Transponder out off, checks complete. Now we usually only turn the dome light off actually before taxi, so let's turn it on. Oh, let's just check if it actually pushes us back.
Runner 8 Lima Golf, you are identified, nothing further. Monitor Unicom 122.
Because the audio's broken with the pushback thing, I don't know where we are. Oh, I might have to do this manually. It is a bit glitchy, isn't it, at the moment? There we are. We'll just do it old school. Oh, does not like that. Ooh, chocks aren't on or anything like that, are they? No, it does seem to be struggling though. Let's crack up the speed a bit. Oh, there we go. Right, well, I'm having to do this manually, so bear with me. That is such a realistic movement. Press hold. It's always on the second sector. Well, you know, if I can get onto... All I need to do is get onto the line. Past is TM for the tug. Right, starting engine number 2. Oh my goodness me. It's getting us there one way or the other. Sounds great, actually. There's 25%. Oh. I think I might have to use X-Plane next couple of streams. What's maximum speed like? Whee! Ah, this is this is not the most realistic movement, but we're getting there. How's everything at the moment, guys? Funny enough, I don't think I've ever received this before, but I've got a message from YouTube saying video's not able to maintain smooth streaming. So I'm not sure what that's actually entailing. Apart from that, oh, it's gone now. So okay. God, I mean, those vicious. 49 Whiskey, why would they give you score code during taxi and not included in your clearance? That's an excellent question, one that you'll need an air traffic controller to answer. A number of airports do this. You only get your score code when you request taxi after pushback. Head 2. Full pressure. And 1. Yeah, all okay, thanks guys. Tuck is getting wheel spin with the broken pies dripping out the hatch. Got a lot of banter for that landing in Exeter earlier. Wasn't that bad? Didn't look that bad.
Charlie 1, enter backtrack, line up runway 26.
Fire Charlie 1, enter
See what the situation is here. So no just taking off, one there to backtrack, one there to backtrack. That's perfect. That's how we get round. Right, solid cut out. Monitoring engine number 1 and 2. 2463 aside. 1 and 2 stable. Generators on. APU's off. Start switches continuous. Probe beats on. Packs auto. Isolation valve auto. AP bleed off. And the rest is set. Flaps 25.
EGNX 1014.
1, 2, 5. Flight controls. Full forward. Full back.
Golf Hotel Lima.
Left.
The spacing into right hand orbits until advised.
And right. Rudders full left and full right. Recall, we've got that master caution doors, as discussed earlier. It's a little PMDG-ism I'm getting in the converted freighter. Everything is shut. Blank the lower DU, and we then do the before taxi checklist. All looks like we're correctly configured and tickety-boo. So we will request taxi, and now the dome light can go off. Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray request taxi.
Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, squawk 4226, taxi holding point Charlie 1, runway 26 via Charlie.
4226, taxi to holding point Charlie 1, runway 26 via Charlie, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. No, very well spotted. The trim was not set.
The wind 310 degrees.
So 5.2 units, very well done.
Let's take off runway 26, 70 Quebec.
That's why there's two of us, we never skip check the performance properly. Right, 5.2 units set and the score coming in 4226. Now it's dark. I cannot see a thing.
Golf Hotel Lima, exit the hull, exit the orbit, report final runway 26, number 1.
There we go. Perfect. And it's just straight line, guys. Where's Charlie?
Thank you, Golf Hotel Lima.
Right, parking brake is released. Perfect. Config. Whee! Okay, yeah, I need to disable that setting. I can't taxi. That's full left, a little bit left, full right. No, it's definitely wrong. So whoever suggested that in chat, damn you. I need to be on rudder. I was just trying to find it. It's got to be rudder only, isn't it? It's never going to be tiller. That's better.
Actually, 1 kilo, you're identified.
So just in real life, you see the lighting here without the LEDs, the turn off and taxi. It's about right. The lights are rubbish on the conventional aircraft. If it's really dark, we sometimes use the fixed landing lights, but they are incredibly bright. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, we went about an hour. We did almost an hour. Oh dear. Proper engine out acceleration height. Yeah, it was 1324 from the OPT thrust set simulations, not 1,000 feet AGL. Why exactly, I don't know. Probably some obstacle. But yeah, refresh, thanks guys. This is not going to be a common theme. No pressure, we're all at the threshold of our scorecards. Right, approaching Charlie. What?
Golf Hotel Lima, continue onwards.
Earth is going on there?
Away, parking on the grass.
I'm thinking he's in a tail dragger, and I don't have the model matching. And what the model matching has decided to do is a tail dragger. That's a pointy-nosed A330. And it's not a sight you see every day. Is that someone ascending from heaven in the cabin as well with that white light? Oh dear. Where is my parking brake? I know it's there somewhere in the dark. I just have to hold down the brakes. Right, before takeoff, check this. Config, checked flaps 5.5, green light, stab trim. is set now.
Foxtrot, Fire Bravo 1, enter backtrack.
5.2 units set. Takeoff briefing. Pax order bleeds on. V-speed set for departure. 3440 on the MCP. It's an omnidirectional departure. Runway heading 1,000 feet AGL. Right turn to Exmoor. Stop climb flight level 60. NADP2. Engine out problems. Well, the MSA to the west, the direction we're flying to. I'm just checking that there. The highest is 3,400. We'll go to 4,000 feet runway heading if we have any terrain issues. So, reviewed, and the cabin, well, they're all Cornish pasties. They're secure. Checks complete, and unfortunately we just got pipped by the West Atlantic, who is entering down there and then having to backtrack all the way for runway 26. Should be entering the runway any second. There they are. And then we'll be second to them. Pasties, please prepare for takeoff, said Mr. Polvert. Brilliant. Michael Calder came for the flying, stay for the sound effect board. Exactly. Oh dear. Airbus of an it's like Jack when he's got a bit of an iffy tummy. That must be a Neo feature. Brilliant. Yeah, thanks a lot for you guys joining in. Oh, I've just noticed another thing as well. My time wasn't quite right. I should be on live time. Maybe it's to do with all these little... That's really weird. Live time 21:29, but the actual time on the system's 22:32. Oh, how bizarre. There we are. Well, it's now is definitely live time. I don't know why that was going. Why that happened. It looks like the pasties moved. CG changed for takeoff. Brilliant. There's the West Atlantic backtracking at a good rate of knots. That's not a feature on the original A330. Brilliant. Kanopki, you missed my second super chat. Where is it? I'm scrolling up the entire message, and I can even select in chat. I have the ability to see any generous donations. I can't see it there. It's not come through. I can see your original one with the motorbike, and a few members have joined there. Your motorbike is currently being offloaded in Exeter by the ground crew, with a few cobs in between the spokes, but otherwise in good condition. So remember, we need to enter backtrack, and then we'll do full length departure for runway 26. Oh, it helps if I actually load up the flight plan. So let me unload, import from Simbury for the latest flight. There we go. Perfect. Oh, we already got standard fuel, 4.6. So something you have to bear in mind if you've been sat on the ground for a while. I do usually crank up the taxi time to 15 minutes. So you can see here 15 minutes, 170 kilos. So our minimum takeoff fuel, this is very important to remember, it's 4421. So if the fuel drops below this figure prior to departure, you need to go get some more gas. We've got 4.6, so we've still got another 200 kilos, which is another 15-20 minutes sat on the ground. So if you take standard fuel and you have a delay for departure, you can usually wait for 20-ish minutes before you have to get more fuel, if you took standard fuel. Sam Heaton, he's motoring that West Atlantic, someone's breaking taxi limits. Well, backtracking on the runway, the taxi... the maximum taxi speed is actually quite high. It's 50 knots backtracking. There he goes. We should get our line-up clearance any second.
4 Bravo X-ray via Charlie 1, enter backtrack, line up runway 26.
Hello again. Hello. Hello. And today's flight deck sim stream, hiccup number 64, caused by yet another internet issue. Thanks guys for your patience and for your sort of just accepting the issues that we're having today. I will get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to order this power liner cable and see if that fixes the issue.
Identified, nothing further.
No power line, direct Cat 5 cable from the hub to the PC. I've got my next soundboard already lined up. Black dogs, it just happens, man. I know, but it shouldn't happen a dozen times in the space of 2 hours. But it's such a funny little issue to have. Anyway, as mentioned, this is some lovely freeware scenery available from the online, the main flight sim freeware scenery download place.
34 Bravo X-ray, runway 26, the wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 cleared takeoff, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. So yes, worth checking out if you want to fly to Exeter. I'm sure most of you who use Microsoft Flight Simulator are familiar with this. So don't, whatever you do, go full left in the tiller, because what happens is the 737 PMDG understeers in a dead straight line. You have to go slightly less than full to be able to get the full turning circle out of this beast. Right, cleared takeoff. Toga's in chat. Let's go home to East Midlands. Pasty's on board. Timing. What a small up time. Stabilised, set takeoff thrust. Make sure you're lined up ideally. There we are. Takeoff thrust set indications. Normal. Checked, release forward pressure. Beautiful evening taking off. There's a crosswind coming in from the right, so I'm having to use a little bit of left rudder, that's good. Up we go. Maintain centre line with rudder. And we're airborne. Press rudder climb, gears up. Sorry, I'm not using this thing down here, just can't get it configured correctly in Microsoft Flight Sim. Heading select. Maximum 20 degrees. So get ready for the turn to Exmoor. So a couple of things we need to do at 1,000 feet. So firstly, bug up. Just lowering the nose below the flight directors, that's fine. Direct to Exmoor. Execute. LNAV's available. LNAV. Flap 1. Does fly. I do like the roll rate in the PMDG. It does feel really nice with the roll input. Flaps up. Guys, are you guys still with me? Yeah, I can see you are. Good. Good. It's all good. It's all good. It's commanding quite a steep bank there, 30 degrees. There we are, flaps up, no lights.
Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, you're identified. Nothing further. Honor to Unicom 122.8.
Thank you, Unicom 122.8. Thank you very much for your time this evening. Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Perfect. ATC unfortunately all gone. Command A. And there's no ATC. We'll go straight up to our cruise level because it's such a short flight here. I missed another donation, didn't ping through. I've just realised that. I'm going to ping it now. Let me just get 230 set there. I have to take off, check this. So gears off, order brakes off, star switches to off, retracts 1, 2 off, air conditioning and pressurisation 2.0 set. Standard set passing 5-1 for flight level 230, which is our cruise level, set once, twice, and 3 times. After takeoff, checklist complete. Yes, whoever that was that donated, it just hasn't come through. I'll put that down to my internet issues. But Michael Calder, thank you very much for your $8 donation, a donation to save Flight Data Sims Internet Fund, or a coffee. Thanks for your work. Thank you very much, Michael Calder. Why that's not come through, I have absolutely no idea. Again, I'll put it down to my iffy internet, but thank you very much for your donation there. I think that just came in on the backtrack to the runway. So maybe I had the yoke cam on at this time, which does mute alerts. But thank you very much for your donation there, sir. We're still here, all good at the moment. Alright, it seems to be less frequent than before. Without jinxing it, it was happening at one point every few minutes, but now that we had a good gap of an hour, and then we had a couple on the taxi out, and that was it. Airline Headingberg, I saw you about to say that for set simulations. Hey everyone, I bet this is asked like 300 times. Expert 11 landing physics more realistic or Microsoft Flight Simulator, says Sergeant Vigil. In my humble opinion, I believe that landing physics feels considerably better in commercial jet airliners. Now, the GA 808 simulations Comanche I flew last stream, wonderful. There's something that's different to that with other GA aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It was the closest I haven't flown GA in years, but jumping into that and just using the Airbus side stick, I was like, wow, this feels just how I remember it. So I think a lot of it is how good the flight model is by the developer on the aircraft. I think a certain amount of it is in X-Plane, Blade Element Theory. I just prefer how it feels in all elements of sort of ground handling and takeoff and landing. Takeoff and landing in the PMDG 737, I'd say it's average. It's okay. You check, you close, you hold. Sort of does what the real plane does. The rollout, I'm not a fan of with the rudder inputs. I've tweaked settings. I've tried different things, but Z-Bar I can literally plug and play, and it just feels grand. But anyway, but yeah, the sort of conclusion is that I do prefer, for me personally, how aircraft handle in X-Plane. Does the Honeywell MCP come with certain liveries? Someone, I believe, from Greece has commented. It's an option in the FMC you can select here. We have the Honeywell MCP in some of our fleet, but the age varies. Some of the new aircraft have them, so I think if, say, there's a fault with the Collins or they want to replace it, if there's a Honeywell rocking around, they'll just install it. I think they're interchangeable. But I've flown new aircraft, newer NGs with the Honeywell MCP. I don't think the Max has Honeywell. Plain note, the performance of the aircraft is great. We're just around 60 tons. This climb rate is as I'd expect of an aircraft around this weight as compared to the real one. It's performing very, very nicely. Just crank up the volume slightly in the sim. There we go. Dan, I work at DHL Aviation in that tower, the floor below and out on the ramp. Not too bad. Naturally, inside the building isn't modelled exactly, but the general feel is there. Excellent. I see that little ramp control thing modelled. Is that like just apron control, and do you liaise with tower at East Midlands? That's a cool job. Sergeant, thanks for your answer. I thought the same thing, but the difference is that I've never flown real aircraft. I do think IFR flying, explain Microsoft flights in VFR mostly. Really appreciate your opinion and experience. Well, yeah, I mean, there's varying opinions and experience based on many different experienced people. I value and enjoy both sims hugely, regardless of the internet issues I'm having this evening, which are, for some reason, unique to me in Microsoft Flight Simulator and not in X-Plane. But I mean, yeah, I mean, even this lighting is wonderful, whereas X-Plane lighting at the moment is truly it's not great. Where this looks like I'm flying around it, I can guarantee you, if you were at this exact position in the climb now, north of Exeter, approaching Bristol, this is pretty much what you'd see. It's really nice. Someone from Greece said again, how do I know which livery in real life have Honeywell or Collins? I'm afraid it's... Well, as I said, they interchange. So one week it might have a Honeywell MCP, next week it has a Collins. So you just cannot tell. Gamer DL, yeah, I know what you know about coordinating turns, yeah, in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Takeoff and landing in X-Plane is, which is obviously the most fun part, it's not the most realistic. Anyway, vertical speed approaching our cruise level. Look at that. Top descent is only 40 miles ahead as well. It's the ramp coordinating tower, controlling ramp ops, assigning ramp handling teams. ATC gives us jurisdiction over stand allocation, but any traffic movements must be authorised by them. Very interesting, Dan. Very interesting. It's Bristol Channel, and Cardiff on the left. There we are, 230, that's our final cruise level, and we'll rattle off a quick briefing for you, ILS 27. So one of the key parts, as discussed on the ground in Exeter, I think you wanted to know, was the routing. Some people asking it, or commenting in the posts I made on social media and DMing me, how do you do that? How does the arrival into East Midlands work? So I'll just quickly punch in some wins here, with it being such a short flight. So descent page 250. Below 100, forecast winds just whack in 200 and 100. Uh, 314 at 44, and 100 301 at 20. Executes off the ILS chart then, just to get something tuned in the box here. So we've got 109.35 for the ILS. Oh, it's lovely. It's like flying at night. Everything's nice and calm. Radio's quiet, just like it is at night time as well. 1935. 1935. NDB 3535. That's active. Courses 268. 268. So frequencies, courses, and the minimums 482 feet. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing there, Cassio Fernandez. Hope you're doing well. God, the alerts are back alive. So this is the important thing. As discussed, this is the most common arrivals into East Midlands from the south. You've got the Hemel 1 Echo or the Daventry 1 Echo, which we're flying today. So Daventry, Velag, Updug, and guys, just get rid of Piggott. You're only ever going to go to Piggott if there's significant disruption. This is very common in UK airports. The arrival just terminates in a random place. It has nothing to do with actual inbounds. You'll only go here if you have to hold for weather, or the airport's closed, or the runway's blocked, etc, etc. And all you want to do is go from Updug direct to the centre fix of the ILS. And as I discussed on the ground in Exeter, ATC would typically be contacted prior to Velag, and they'd say after Velag, heading 360 degrees, or maybe if London are late handing you over, you're on your way to Updug, and if after Updug you still haven't spoken to anyone, then you must make a left turn to Piggott, because that is the star you're flying. But it's Updug onto the 27. Just so I heard. When we get to ILS 27, we've got the frequencies, courses, minimums tuned, vectors onto the ILS. If there's no ATC tonight, we'll just self-position onto the approach, like we did into Exeter. Not much to say. Landing here into East Midlands then. Nice long runway, 2,800 metres. Now, we'll park on... Well, we can't... Oh, guys, sorry, I think I've just lost you. Or is that just Microsoft doing its thing? Oh, I think no, that was actually Microsoft. Don't make it hang up.
50, 40.
We'll park on 1, 2, 3. So we'll vacate Mike and taxi on stand, which is flat 30 on 3. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Volumetric lights and fog is set for 12.07 in next plane. PS. When is the flip-flop camera coming?
Thank you very much for your donation, Tom Knudsen, a long-term subscriber of the channel and used to be a member. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. Thank you for your donation. I have yoke angles set up. Jack is downstairs, usually have it. I have my flip-flops on. I did actually show them last stream. I can show you them again if you so wish. In fact, as you set up monetary donation, thank you very much for your generosity. I'm wearing my penguin slippers tonight. They're hard and very, very comfortable. Other brands are available, got them from Amazon. And yeah, there you go. Thank you very much indeed for your donation. So yeah, flat 30, order break 3, left at Mike. And then we'll park where we started. We'll make a right turn on Alpha, Juliet, stand 1, 2, 3. Top of descent, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. VNAV's engaged. Oops. No, a VNAV path. So yes, in the real aircraft now with common VNAV, it goes to VNAV speed if you're a tad high. In fact, I'm just going to do a little experiment here. I'm just going to get a high on purpose. Just by about 600-700 feet, go to VNAV and see what happens. Because I was led to believe that PMDG have the updated common VNAV system working, but there's been a few times today where I got high on profile and it went to path. And if that's the case, they're using an FMC logic, which is very old. Drishel, sometimes at East Mids, after upduck, instead of flying direct to centre fix or heading 360, they turn left around 300, then right 090, cut over the top of North Leicester. Yeah, that will probably because it's very busy with cargo traffic. I mean, it's a huge cargo operation there. Right, so if I select VNAV now... it's gone VNAV speed. Very good. So they have got the updated logic. Previously it went to VNAV path, the aircraft would dive. So what I'm going to do is accelerate to 290. The aircraft's pitching for a speed, VNAV speed, all the throttle's arm, that's very good. And then it should go to VNAV path back on profile, and then you close the speed window, otherwise the thrust will come up to add fly 290 knots in this case. So it should bite to path, excellent, that's perfect. So we'll close the speed window, back to our descent speed, drag required, perfect, that's exactly how it should work. Aidan Hamilton, are you real pilots? It's hard to believe, really it is, especially when I play occasional sound effects from my soundboard, like goose honk. But yes, believe it or not, someone's entrusted me to captain one of these aircraft in real life, and I've been a captain for 5 years, flying the 737 for 12. Small stint as an SFI, the captain for the last 5 years. Japan Airlines finest, exactly, Elliot. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Polvart, you watched the Boeing 737 with a failure every 10 minutes video today. I had a blast. Which one was that? I've done two. Was that the first one? Where I flew... I had to divert, didn't I? I had to go into Gatwick. I think we're going to Stansted, but I had to get to Gatwick because of multiple failures. Then we did another one from Ponta Delgada to Faro, and I think that stream's had like 130,000 views or something, so very popular. So yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. Welcome aboard there, Chris Gollings, thanks a lot for subscribing. Job, do you ever use the outer horn cutout button? No, you'll only ever have to push that if it's something would have to be incorrectly configured for that you to ever have to select that. I've never had to select it in real life. Oh, I've just noticed we surpassed 89,100 subscribers, so thank you to everyone that's joined during the stream today. Another step to 90,000. Remember, or if you're unfamiliar with the channel, each time I surpass 10,000 subscribers, we got to 50,000 subscribers, and you know, almost to 55, 56. I was wanting to do a stream for charity, because I'd never done one, and I thought, you know what, let's do one, and it was hugely successful. And I made the decision after that every time we surpass another 10,000 subscribers on the channel, I would not accept personal donations. I would only do charitable donations via a Just Giving page where all the proceeds goes to charity. And we've done 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. So we've done 3 charity streams for that. We've done 2 separate charity streams for different reasons. One for Great Ormond Street, another for the awful earthquake in Turkey and Syria last year. I'm just trying to find the playlist now for those of you interested in seeing it, because I do have a dedicated charity playlist, because we've raised a significant amount of money, more than I could ever think of what we'd raised in the past. So I'm just having a little look now. If I can't actually find the playlist. I had a huge sort out of my playlists about a month ago, so a lot easier to sort of find specific things. But yes, we've raised in total 22,000 £925, which is incredible. But yes, you'll never see me on this channel. You know, I'm very fortunate to have this platform, and I earn money through it, and I'll always be very grateful for that. You'll never see me ask for a donation. You'll never see me ask you to buy me a coffee or any of that nonsense, or I don't force memberships on you. I do my merch as a bit of fun. I just want you to enjoy the show, and of course I always appreciate any generosity shown. But yes, be sure to check out when we reach 90,000 subscribers. We'll do a fun stream. Usually they're around 6-7 hours, the charity streams, and we'll try and raise some more money for a good cause. What settings do you use in OBS, Sarah? Oh, I haven't touched it for a while. But it's. I think I got it all set up via YouTube. Yeah, pretty. Well, I'm not going to change any of the settings because nothing's broken there that side. Maybe you're just asking about specifically for your setup. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Yeah, aircraft's all behaving well. Look back on speed, approaching Daventry. We've got a restriction to be at 80 at that point. Valag at 250. I'm going to actually delete that speed restriction because it should be below 100 anyway. And we'll just monitor the aircraft. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic around, but there's a busy bit of airspace here. I don't know if there's anyone inbound. Actually, is there any ATC here in the East Midlands this evening? Probably not this time. Oh, Tower's online. Don't forget it's almost 11 o'clock in the evening here. Great to do a night flight. It's been so long since we've done a little night flight. Don't forget we're doing a giveaway of this scenery as well. Contrail and Pyreegue Devco, I can't pronounce this. I purchased scenery and I started promoting it, and as soon as I tweeted it, they messaged me, you know, you should have said, they were like, oh, we would have sent you a free copy. I said, no worries, you know, happy to support you, but if you'd like, we'd happily host a giveaway, and he said absolutely. So if you are the lucky winner later, you'll need to set up an account on Contrail like I do. I work with many companies, Any Builds or Orbex. You just need to create an account, and then the airport scenery will be added to it. Frusted simulation. Did you get the weather yet? No, there's no ATIS here, unfortunately. The weather in East Midlands is very nice. Just reading the METAR here, which is what Microsoft Flight Simulation Explain uses. It's Cav OK, 15 degrees, light breeze from the west. QNH is 1012. Oh no, it's 12 degrees now. It's a little nippy, isn't it, for July? There we are, preset QNH. There we are, passing 100 for 90, and we'll put 80 down for the restriction at Daventry. There we are. So fuel, 4 pumps, lights. Never did the post-cruise checks, pre-cruise checks there. Lights, logos on. Angular banks, 25 degrees. We've not been above 30,000 feet all day. Pressurization's all set. Recall, we've still got this bug. Master caution. Doors. There's not a single amber master caution illuminated, nor is the forward main cargo light illuminated. It happened on the test sector, happened all day today. There we are, checks complete. Martin Keel, let's test my theory that the internet thing is related to VATSIM. Try to do a com check with that other flight ahead, see what happens. I'll try it. I'm on Unicom. I'm now. Unicom Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray radio check on 122.8. Seems fine. I mean, I've done 4 streams. It's only on the Microsoft Flight Sim streams this has been having a problem. And I wasn't on VATSIM earlier when I was doing it, and I had a few hiccups. Right, you could be VATSIM? No. Commentator's curse. No way. Yeah, it's disconnected me. Are you guys with me? I think you guys are with me, aren't you? Right. Did that just happen? Did I just use VATSIM? I'd say it was just coincidence. I agree. I've been using... Oh, why are we slowing down? Reset... What are you... What? No. Yes, Verlag 80, what? Alright. Just going to set 5,000, 1012, level change, 250. I'm not sure what VNAV's doing there. Why is it slowed me right down to the up speed? I've got a 220 at upduck, which is up here 20 miles ahead. Let me just delete that restriction as well. I'll try it again for the com check there. And if it happens again, then it could be something to do with V-Pilot, because it certainly isn't an issue with X-Pilot. Right, I'm trying again, okay? I'm holding the... And, Unicom traffic Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, radio check on 122.8. No, I'm still here. I think that was coincidence. I froze on the frequency because I engaged mouth before brain there. No, so that seems okay. No, because I got the clearance in Exeter, taxi instructions and all that, and anyway. B1Av, going to Corfu on Thursday from East Mids, can't wait, but want to see the state it's in from the fires that have been happening. Oh yes, I hope you have holiday insurance, worthwhile taking. I know Corfu's had some fires as well, but yeah, I hope that's fine. Right, right, distracted. What is VNAV doing? It's showing me perfectly on profile, doing 500 feet per minute. This is... I don't know what PMDG is doing here. It should be a level segment. We have 35 miles to run. We should be at 10,000 feet, but it's showing me perfectly on profile. There's no restrictions here. It should be at level segment here and not continuing descent. I don't know what's going on. So I think VNAV is broken. Yeah, I don't know what VNAV's doing in the PMDG. I've had this, I think, on repetitive sectors, where it just goes a bit off the mark here. But no, this is not right at all. We should be at 9,000 feet over Ventvelag. It's showing me perfectly on path. I'm doing vertical. I think it's just doing a 500 foot per minute rate of descent, isn't it? I just set VS 500 and it's paralleling the profile. It's broken. It was better on the approach into Exeter. It wasn't perfect. It put me low on the glide slope, but this is completely wrong. Clara, it is 27 Cat 3B, so I don't need to select any decision height. So if LVPs are in force, you want to fly a Cat 2 or Cat 3 approach there, Clara, but because it's no LVPs, you'll be flying a Cat 1 ILS and you want to set the Cat 1 minima. So if I'll bring up the chart for you there. Here we go. So you want to be setting the minimums for a Cat 1 approach, 482 feet. Now you can fly a Cat 2 or Cat 3 to an auto land and do a practice one. Yeah, there's you set the minima respectively, but Cat 1's fine for today. Thrust at simulations, no. If it was doing it, it does an idle thrust CDA VNAV. This is this could be a cataclysmic error. I've got an additional error box which I'm not going to press. It says an error has occurred. Please refer to the log file for details. The error's index is outside the bounds of the array. What does that mean? I'm not going to press OK in case it closes Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've got to wait until I've landed. Right, I'm going to start the flight recorder. I think Microsoft Flight Simulator is about to give up the ghost here. So I'm completely ignoring VNAV. VNAV is completely broken.
Traffic transport 611 Foxtrot, inbound, we got 1.5 miles to run, we got then direct.
Share us a screenshot in Discord if you can of this message. Hold on. I'm not pressing OK in case it kills Microsoft Flight Simulator. So look at VNav. Look, it's put me below glide but showing me high on profile. That's just how broken this is. Oh, it's a but it is a VATSIM error. Oh. Yeah, it is specific to VATSIM. So I'll just take a screenshot and of all the messages I'm getting here. So do some of you think that these freezes are caused by VATSIM? Hold on, I'll post it in the live stream, guys, to the members. That's the message I just got with VATSIM. Right, there's the decel point. Who am I talking to? It's Unicom, isn't it? Oh, tower's gone offline. No. You watch, I'll stream X-Plane 12 next and we'll have the issues come back. But I've not had that once in X-Plane, so there you go. Alright, yeah, so actually what I'm going to do, because we've still got probably about 15 minutes left of the stream. Oh, that's weird. It says I'm offline, but I can still hear people. Let me press this. Right, I've quit VATSIM. Right, I've quit VATSIM. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I have any more freezes. I've got to put the fixings in. Set to 2,000 feet. Yeah, I don't know what VNav's doing. Yeah, that approach below 10,000 feet, VNav's been completely broken. So I'm ignoring the profile. I can tell you when we get to the center fix, it'll probably be perfect. But it does a very, very shallow descent all the way to the sort of final approach fix. And then on the final approach fix, it's perfect. Right, so yeah, if it happens again, if it doesn't happen again now, we could probably, it could be something VATSIM related. Right, we're in 10 miles now. I should have already selected flat 1. Tom says, funny, but those pilots I talk to do not use fixed rings, they just clutter up the ND. I love fixed rings. We use them every day at my operator. Great for situation awareness. I don't know who you spoke to. No, Jow pilot. Looking very nice here over the Midlands. Correct sensing on approach. You should do this a bit earlier. I'm just going to start doing the flow now. That's the doors. Speed brakes armed. Localize, live localizer capture. Just waiting for glide slope capture. Nice CDA though. There is East Midlands. Glide slope capture, missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. Set. Darren Funk, you're not on the VATSIM network, you have disconnected. Yes, we're doing a trial here. So basically I've had issues disconnecting the internet all day. And some people are suggesting it could be VATSIM because on 2 occasions I've transmitted on VATSIM. At the same time, the internet's done a boo-boo. So we're doing a bit of an experiment here. Nice established flat 5 speed, looking good. Beautiful, yes. Nottingham's over there, Derby's over there, Leicester's over there. If I remember, all the cities around there. Look at that moon. Beautiful. Right, approaching 4 miles, gear down, flap 15. Match speed, landing checklist. So start switch is already in continuous, recall we did check, we know about the doors. Speed brake arm green light, landing gear down 3 green, order brake set to 3. Below 175, we'll select flap 30. Oh, down for... I see. My apologies. Yeah, I am really sorry if you're providing ATC, sir. I've just had so many issues today with internet, and I think just let's see what happens here. Flight recorder's on. Flaps 30 green light. Lights are on. Checks complete. Right. Let's see how my landing fares. Waterfall disconnected. All the pilots disconnected.
1,000.
Checked. Beautiful evening. 8 knots on the nose. Completely calm. Cav okay. It's my favourite time of flying at night. Usually when it's nice and smooth like this, you're in for a hard landing because you're not thinking you don't think about it so much. That's my excuse anyway.
Plus 100.
Checked.
Minimum.
Continue. Slight misalignment with the glide slope and puppies.
100.
Checked.
50, 40, 30,
Check.
20,
Close.
10.
Hold the attitude. Oh, another firm one. That'll do. Right on the aiming point. Right, speed brakes up. Reverses. That's max reverse there. 80%. 100. 80. Manual braking. Want to brake disarm. 60. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to East Midlands. No freezes so far since VATS have disconnected. Agreed, Simpson 37 pilots. Maybe we'll do one more radio check. See what happens. But as if that's causing the issues though. But it could be. It really could be. X-Pilot doesn't seem to be causing the issues, that's for sure. Minus 261, not bad. Thank you. On the marks there, absolutely. That's full left. And let's end the day where we started on. Stand 1, 2, 3. Why do you nosedive before flaring? I don't know. I'm sorry. Am I? I'm doing the best I can with the tool I'm given. Right, clear left, clear right. There we go. Yeah, so no freezing. I think we should just log on to VATSIM, do a little radio check, and see what happens. Because I'm trying to think back now. Yeah, maybe it is what I'm transmitting. Oh dear. Leonardo, it's very hard for me to land at night. What can I do to improve my perception of the movements of the plane? Great question. There really isn't much to do it. It's just experience. In a desktop simulator, it's even darker. I found. Usually you can sort of see enough references, but you're quite reliant on the radio altimeter in the 7.3, I think, to assist with the flare. Sometimes there's lumps and bumps on the runway and humps. You're just going to do a firm one, but nothing changes regarding the technique. Just look for the aiming point prior to the flare, and at 50 feet look towards the end of the runway. That's all you can really do. Right, not that left, next right. We're going to start exactly where we finished, which is what I always like to do when we do 2 sectors from A to B. And here's the next left. Oh yes, taxi and music. I haven't done it. There we go. There's where that lovely chap was talking about. He works up in that office. I do apologise, I've forgotten your name. So many names to remember and many distractions today. But the realism of this sim is superb. Great to see it at night as well. Ah! Oh, it's the ops vehicle! Oh. Right, looking for stand 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Cool, that was a quick starting APU, wasn't it? Strobes to steady. Shut down engine number 2. Oh, rubbish taxi on stand. That's normal. I've shut one of the engines down. Must push an elec. That'll be source off. Off. That's the Cornish pasties in the nose. There we go. Oh, I can't teach it. Right, on stand. Parking brake is set. We've got 2 blues, 1 red. Engine's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to East Midlands Airport. Local time is 18 minutes past 11 in the evening. There we are. 2 sectors complete. My goodness me. Oh, I just realised I've got yoke cam on. You could have seen. I could have accidentally revealed myself. Can't teach it absolutely. Let's do the full shutdown flow here. So we're going to have 1 pump for the APU and window heat off. Electric hydraulic pumps off. We're going to do a replay anyway, so I'll be reconfiguring shortly. Anti-coal off. There we go. And then we unload our Cornish pasties. Parking's not terribly straight there, but yeah, look at the scenery at night. Looks absolutely spectacular. Yeah, PMDG overall did fine. The VNAV though, the biggest thing that I could point out today was balked. It was not working at all. Ah, look, internet's gone. No VATSIM. Oh, are you there? Oh, no, it's still here. Did I lose you? I had the spinning wheel of death on the stream I was watching. But yeah, looking really, really nice. Some say the scenery dev's not taking time to align the PAPI. Okay. Yeah, it was a little off. It did look a little off there, but not by close. We're here, yes. Okay, yeah, I had a little brief spinning of death. Right. I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'm just going to quickly log on to VATSIM here. Just doing some air check. We're going to do a giveaway for the scenery very shortly, but do you mind if I just do some trial and error? Let me just stop recording for this. I'm just going to quickly load up VATSIM. Let's connect. I'm going to go on a discrete frequency, not Unicom. Scenery showcase at night looks great. Might get it after I get my power. Absolute dominoes. Let's have a little look around. You got all the blue lighting for the taxi edge lighting. It does look very nice. Right, I've just logged onto the VATSIM network here. Now I'm on Unicom. I'm just going to go to a discrete frequency. Yeah, look at this at night.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Perfect. So I'm not on Unicom, but I've got a frequency which won't have anyone on it active. Yeah, it looks amazing. The apron as well. We'll go into the tower whilst we try and fix this issue. Oh wow! Look at that. That is so good. Right, so I'm on a discrete frequency here, and I'm holding the push to talk button. I'm going to hold it for 20 seconds. If it cuts out within the next minute, I'm going to be quite suspicious of a V-pilot here. No, not that accurate. No huge queue at the top of the exit. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Right, so I'm on VATSIM. I've just held the push to talk button on a discrete frequency for 30 seconds. I'm still online here. Yeah, looks really good. So yeah, this is the queue for arrivals for East Midlands down here. Yeah, that's usually a long queue for all the arrivals at once. I don't think, no, the security's not modelled for, we can't actually take cameras in any arrivals. Oh look, you got the Skylink bus. Oh my goodness. Right, well, I was on that frequency for some time and doesn't seem to have cut out. But it wasn't doing it every time anyway, was it? Oh, if it's V-Pilot causing these internet hiccups. But why would V-Pilot cause the whole internet to cut out? I don't know. Yeah, terminal at night looks great, doesn't it? Let's go down a floor. Ah, lighting's amazing. Across the bridge, look. The barriers work as well, so if a van goes through the security gate, it waits until they raise and goes through them. Here. No way. if that works. Mega. So all these buildings over here are modelled as well. Look, TUI Training Centre. We've got the East Midlands Training Flight Simulator Centre here. The fuel depot. The modelling is great. Yeah. I'm just going to tune ground. East Mid to do a radio check, see what happens there. And then we'll call it quits. And I'll buy this cable tomorrow anyway.
Good evening, Frankfurt 301, just located on...
see if there's Sims inside.
Frankfurt 301, East Midlands ground, hello, welcome to East Midlands. Taxi to stand 109, and that's going to be via taxiway Alpha, Foxtrot and Bravo.
I'll do one radio check, then we'll roll the giveaway, and then I'll do some diagnostics tomorrow morning.
Neptune 3 Delta Alpha...
Oh, it's busy here. Well, it's very realistic. East Midlands is busy at night. Do it with an Italian accent. Absolutely not. I'll just wait for that reply. Right, let me set up Nightbot here in the background as well. Is he going to reply? East Midlands ground, good evening, Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray. Just want to do a radio check on 121.9.
Alpaca 34 Bravo X-ray, readability 5.
Thank you. Right, let's see what happens.
Neptune 3 Delta Alpha, contact East Midlands Tower on 1.
Put it to the OBD port. Fault codes. Okay, so I think it might have just been coincidence that on a couple of occasions where the internet timed out for me, that it also disconnected from the internet for me as well. Seems to be fine. That's two radio calls I've done on the frequency with no cutouts. I think it might be. What in the world? Oh, chat be like.
Goodbye.
Is this so? Does anyone think that this is related to VATSIM push to talk? What is going on? Guys, I'm going to have to call this a day because I want to roll this giveaway. And we've had so many of these. That is just... What on earth is causing VATSIM to break my internet? On vPilot, Xpilot, it is not doing this. I've had these issues now for 2 to 3 weeks. I've been streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator with vPilot. And it looks too coincidental that vPilot seems to be triggering this issue. What? How? How is transmitting on VATSIM causing this? I don't know. I've logged off for now. That is just bizarre. Who knows? vPilot's completely up to date, but I don't fully think it's to do with vPilot because I've had this logged off too. So I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to get myself this Ethernet cable directly from the hub, get rid of this power line adapter, which I've used for years with no problems. But and then I'll stream an X-plane for a couple of times. Yeah, it is Will. You're right. It did happen earlier today when you were streaming on Discord. I was on VATSIM though, and I wasn't transmitting though, was I? So I'm not sold on it being completely vPilot. Maybe it's sending stuff through the internet which is causing other issues, but something's happening in Microsoft Flight Simulator which is causing my internet to die and come back every sort of few minutes. So yeah, it's going to take some trial and error. I think new Ethernet cable directly from the hub. BT have been here, so there's nothing wrong with the hub, nothing wrong with the line. So we'll see. As I said, hopefully it won't be a problem in the not too distant future. But yeah, let's roll this amazing scenery. I'm sure some of you in chat here have been very patient when we just roll this, and I see people left here as well. So let me just refresh Nightbot. The scenery giveaways are very simple. I think you know what's coming up. Don't enter it yet because I haven't set it up here yet. So keywords, I'm putting in what the correct answer is. You can use lowercase or uppercase, it does not matter. But if you could please type in the 4-letter ICAO code for East Midlands Airport, that'll enter you into a giveaway to win this excellent Pyreegue Devco scenery on behalf of Contrail and Pyreegue as well. So you can enter that now. 4 letters, begins with E, ends in X, the 4-letter ICAO code for East Midlands. And if you are the lucky winner, you'll need to head over to Contrail. Contrail is a flight sim outlet that represent many developers selling their products. You'll need to create an account which is completely free, and Contrail will add the East Midlands scenery to your account. I believe it's the only way to purchase East Midlands scenery from online is through Contrail now. I think Pyreegue and Olbeck's terminated their contract today. I saw they tweeted about. I don't know anything more about that, but yeah. Let's get that in now. Excellent, I'm seeing the correct answer coming in. Nightbot's working as well because it's counting lots of eligible users. Hopefully the internet won't cut out when I roll it. What an interesting situation. Brilliant. Lots of correct answers coming in. Great to see. I was just reading Discord. Thanks for the input, guys. I'll have a look at that. Who knows? Who knows what the issue is? Right. I'll disconnect that. I have no idea what this individual's trying to say. It's probably your name is not suitable for comments on this channel. Anyway, let's roll that giveaway. I think everyone's pretty much entered now. Oh, we can still see a few people typing in the code. We'll roll it for another minute. Yeah, I'd be really interested if anyone else has had the same issue as I've had. It's the most unusual situation, but I'm not happy with this at all. For you guys, like it's, you know, I think most of you in chat have been very, sort of accepting of it. It shouldn't be happening. It's very annoying that it is happening. I'm just very chipper about it. You just got to accept it happens. So hopefully something will be rectified in the future. I've got a few things. I'll order this off Amazon. Hopefully it will arrive tomorrow if I'm quick enough and get next day delivery. And then we'll try a new cable and we'll go from there. Cut this power line adapter. See what happens. Right. Anyway, let's roll this giveaway for a copy of this excellent scenery. If you're interested in having a preview of it, have a look at the start of the stream. We had a look at pretty much all the nice parts. I've pretty much shown a very small segment of it, but there's plenty of reviews on YouTube, and hopefully we'll get you a wind copy here. So let's have a look here. Rolling it. The winner is the Flipped Pacer. The Flipped Pacer. I've never seen your name on the channel before. Are you here? I hope you're here. Preston Simulations, no issues for me. I don't expect a Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm hardwired. So am I. The Flipped Racer. Well done. You are the winner of the scenery. He's not said anything in chat yet. The messages is blank. He's a regular viewer of the channel. I don't think he's a member. He goes, yes. Congratulations. Well, what I need you to do, Flipped Racer, if you can get in contact with me first. You can email me in the About section of my YouTube channel. You'll find my email address, flightdictasim@gmail.com, or you can contact me via social media. You can direct email me via Twitter, or no, via X, I should say. You can DM me there, or I accept messages via Instagram DM as well. So send me a message. We'll show you what to do to get that all set up. You'll need to set up an account on Contrail, free to do with your email and password. Create that. Don't tell me your password, obviously. I just need your email address, and Contrail will add that to you as well. But well done, Flipped Racer. The Flipped Pacer. The Flipped Pacer. I'll make a note of your name, and I can see your logo as well. Brilliant. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy using your East Midlands scenery in the not too distant future. Right then, that's it for today. Let's see if I can do any replays without it stalling and crashing. Let's go into here. I need to load up a panel state first, so let's go. Panel state, load. Let's do final, execute. We'll go to flap 30. That's selected. I'm just going to turn on the dome light. Oh no, is it Alt L? There we go, that'll do. We'll want all those lights on to avoid the clicking. That's the correct configuration for the switches. The rest should be all set. Right, let's see if the replay works. I'll turn that to background music off. I'm definitely logged off of VATSIM. Yes, I am. And cue the funky replay music. Oh, it's working. Something's worked today. Right, replay. Excellent. Seems like it's working well. So let's have a look at that approach. Not bad. A little firm. But it was right on the money. A little bit of haze, love it. How do you turn on flashlight? Alt L. Oh, still got those elevated approach lights. Yeah, a little firm, but right on the money. Can't see anything. I don't even have any window seats, that's from the cockpit. I'll do one more. So the picture was good, 3 reds, but Pappies and glide slope seem to misalign slightly. That's just a symbolism because I'm doing a replay. Probably, yeah, I just think there's an airport there. My eyes burning you with the lights then. Hasso Basso, absolutely not. Look at the buildings to the north of East Midlands, all these warehouses there. Oh, that looks great with the lights to that. Lovely. Right then, well, it's very dark, so I can't give you lots of replay views. I'll give the view from the jump seat behind my head, because that's the best one I can really give you in a cargo aircraft. And I'll pop you there on, looks like around a 6-mile file. There we go. So, yeah, guys, once again, I've said it several times, so I do apologise for these intermittent internet issues. It's boiled down to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's the only sim that's causing it. I don't have the issues in X-Plane. I'm not blaming Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's definitely an issue my side. Oh, as if that's a replay thing. I think it's just... Why now? I'm trying to debrief everyone. Hopefully, let me just turn that down here. Oh god, it's a sign of what's gone on today. Oh, there we go. Right, so again, thank you very much all for your patience whilst I was battling through these issues. I hope to get to the bottom of it. You know, let's see what happens when I replace this cable. I think that's the first thing I can try and do here. So I'll do that tomorrow, and I'll jump into Explain next stream, and I'll hopefully have a chance on Friday. And then I've got a full block of flying coming up, so very busy as I get back off my annual leave. Thank you very much to Pyreegue Devco and Contrail for providing a scenery to give away as well. It's available now via Contrail. It's a reasonable price for the quality. I think it's about 18-20 quid or so, which is what you pay for very high quality scenery like this. So be sure to check that out. All the information's in the video description below. Thanks to everyone that donated for your generosity. Thank you to all the members for your continued support. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch up with you all on another live stream very soon. Take care.